Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. It's time for Lovington Wildcat football, the district opener tonight from here in Lovington, New Mexico. From high above Wildcat Stadium, I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols the field side for us tonight. Brad Henderson in the booth running the camera, helping with tech, and Evie Stuber in studio back at KZOR, engineering and producing tonight. So the main thrust of the season, the second season, if you will, begins tonight as district opens. The Bernalillo Spartans are in town, and it is a top 6 matchup in the state of New Mexico. Lovington, with the bye week last week, actually moving down one spot in the NMAA Max Preps polls to number 2. Bernalillo holds at number 6. Bernalillo coming in at 6-1 on the season. As we mentioned, number 6 under head coach John Kobos. And for your Wildcats, number 2 at 4-3 on the year. But the most important thing is 0-0 for the district season, because it is the district season that is really the important part of tonight. As we mentioned, Lovington coming in at 4-3, but I think playing, undoubtedly the strongest pre-district schedule of any team, regardless of classification in the state. And to be 4-3 going into district after the big 62-20 win 2 weeks ago here against Santa Fe High, got to have a lot of confidence going in to this game, Don. And we'll bring Dawn back in a minute. In that game 2 weeks ago, of course, we had the bye week last week. Lovington finishes up with just under 500 yards of total offense, 464 total yards in that one. Wyatt Gomez in the big win goes 12 of 18 for 247 yards and 5 touchdowns, as Patrick Sanchez came in relief after that one really got out of hand. And Patrick went 3 for 7 for 69 yards. He also had a 52-yard touchdown in that game. Cesar Gonzalez had a massive game, 5 catches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. DeMarcus Thompson only had 1 catch, but it was one of those what you would call explosive plays, 56 yards for a score. Also scoring in that game, Elijah Rivero with 2 touchdowns, and Anson Marquez also with a touchdown in that game. Alec Olguin ran for a touchdown, and Wyatt Gomez had 2 on the ground himself. So a very impressive offensive performance, and the defense came up in a big way too in that ball game. And we do have an injury update for you. We were hoping that we were going to see Marcus Henderson back tonight, but his dad running the camera for us and helping with the tech. Unfortunately, Marcus injured again earlier this week in practice, and he will be done for the season. So that's a big loss on the line and coming out of the tight end position for the Wildcats. But you got to play with who you got, and tonight should be a big game, Don Morgan. All right, so I guess Dawn still doesn't have us on downstairs, so we'll check in again with Dawn as we continue. Let's go ahead and take a quick time out. This is your Stone Oil Field Services pregame show. Wildcat football continues in a moment on KZOR. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Football and your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show right here on Z94 KZOR. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrolling the field side for us tonight. Brad Henderson in the booth helping run the camera tonight. And Evie Stuber running the three-ring circus that is One Radio Square. So as we continue through this, it's quite the district. As a matter of fact, I think our district, this 4A district, is probably the toughest in the state. You got Portales at 7-0, Bernalillo at 6-1, Albuquerque Academy at 5-2, then Lovington at 4-3. But Lovington is the top-ranked team. Right now, you've got number 2 and number 3. That's Lovington and Portales in this district, and number 6 and number 7. That's Bernalillo and Albuquerque Academy. Also in this district, as we mentioned earlier, Bernalillo comes in at 6-1 on the year. But you look at their statistics, Don Morgan, and you realize that, this is a team that does not have a lot of offensive firepower, only scoring 23 points per game in their season so far, but they're only giving up 12 points a game. So they're a team that on paper at least looks like they are going to just try and get enough offense and let their defense take care of business.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like they're more defense-oriented. And, Lovington has run up against some of those teams this season. So it's not like Lovington doesn't know what to do, and they've had an extra week to prepare. And they're looking at the same stats, I'm sure, that you are, and game film in addition to that. So, let's see what they're playing against Bernalillo is.
Well, and everything runs through their quarterback, Uriel Castro. He's their passer. He's, other than Diego Molinar, he's really their leading rusher. When he does go back to pass, he only averages about, and math is never my strong suit, and that's always a dangerous thing, but he averages about 20 throws per game. His favorite target is Mason McChristensen, who has most of the catches and most of the yardage for Lovington. So going to have to keep an eye on him. And again, when they run the ball, it's Diego Molinar who does most of that running. They're about a 60-40 run-pass team through the early parts of the season so far. When you turn the page and look at the Wildcats, of course, under Coach Gonzalez, they're averaging right at 34 points a game. They're giving up almost 38 points a game, but that's a little bit skewed when you have Artesia, Seminole, and Roswell High all on your roster. And I've said it earlier in the year. Matter of fact, I think I said it during the Artesia game. I'm not sure that Artesia couldn't give the Dallas Cowboys a run for their money. So you throw those scores out and you do some adjusting there. And Lovington's really only given up about 20, 21 a game. So that's a much better number.
Yes, much better.
As they continue on, the team's getting ready to come out. Tonight is Military Appreciation Night here at Wildcat Stadium. Of course, honoring all of our veterans. Also, a lot of pink out in the crowd tonight as it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and really Cancer Awareness Month. I know there's some fundraisers and things going on for a young lady that's battling cancer right now. They honored her at the volleyball game earlier this week, and it's nice to see the Lovington community coming together to help out that young lady and her family as she continues to battle that awful, horrible, terrible disease. And we have a little experience with that. I don't personally, but I know you do, Don, and of course our thoughts and prayers with anybody who is having to battle that. So key for tonight for your Lovington Wildcats, get the offense going and going early. Lovington lost the toss, but Bernalillo deferred, so it'll be the offense that gets out on the field. Get those explosive plays. We saw it last week against, or rather 2 weeks ago against Santa Fe. Any play more than 20 yards is considered to be an quote-unquote explosive play. And as I look at the stat sheet, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those explosive plays in that ball game. If you get that means you've got the offense going and clicking, and against a team that seems to have a little trouble moving the ball with a lot of consistency and a lot of efficiency. If you can get up by 2 scores and stay there, you might just have this game won.
Yeah, and that would probably be the game plan, as Lovington will have the ball first, and they'll have a chance to do exactly that, move the ball in and make a quick score. They did a very quick score and got on the board against Santa Fe.
Yeah, second play from scrimmage.
Yeah, so, that would be nice tonight. The earlier the lead, the better, and looks like we're going to have some special fireworks for military night, for pink out night, and there's an awful lot of pink in the stands. I see a lot of pink toques on heads all over in the home stands, and of course here come our Lovington Wildcats. So in between the victory lines there, or the spirit lines, I guess there will be a victory line at the end of the game, but a spirit line for starting off this game. So nice to see the fireworks there.
As the Cats come out, they are in the home blues, all blue unis with the white letters and numbers, the white hats with Cats in blue script on the side. For the Bernalillo Spartans, they are here in the road white unis, the white tops with the silver pants, red helmets with the Spartan on the side of them. Looking forward to tonight's matchup between Lovington and Bernalillo. As we continue on, of course, the Stonewall Field Services pregame show right here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. The district opener tonight as the Wildcats and the Spartans. And this is the toughest district in the state. And tonight going to be a fantastic test for the Wildcats. But, Dawn, one thing about the Wildcats, I think they are probably, well, I don't think they're probably, I know they are the most battle-tested team in the state.
Yeah, it's incredible. They have played such a tough pre-district schedule on purpose, and Coach G has said, on one hand, yeah, it makes it's hard when you're the team that's battling that kind of pre-district schedule and those kinds of teams. So
yeah, and Bernalillo,
but it makes you better. That's what he says. Makes you stronger, makes you better.
Yeah, Bernalillo hadn't played nearly that schedule. As we line up for the national anthem, we will take a timeout, come back, and kick this one off. Wildcat football is on KZOR. And welcome to Lovington Wildcat Football here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle high above Brian Urlacher, Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrols the world-famous blue turf. Brad Henderson in the booth running the camera tonight, and Evie Stuber running the three-ring circus back at One Radio Square. So the festivities are over. We had a flyover from the life flight. It got a little loud down on the field, I imagine. Don, it was a little loud up here.
It did. It was pretty exciting, though. Yeah, I think that Medevac or whatever the company is that comes. I'm sure that was probably out of Norley Hospital, Covenant, whoever they contract with. So that was nice to see that tribute in the flyby. Yeah.
Well, it certainly was as the teams head out onto the field. A beautiful night for football. A light breeze going to shift around to the north as we continue on through this game. We're going to be looking at 61 degrees at kickoff time here tonight from Wildcat Stadium, wherever you are around Southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world tonight. Thanks for being with us for Lovington Wildcat football, the district opener against Bernalillo. Lovington under head coach Gonzalez and Bernalillo under head coach Cobos. Bernalillo 6-1, Lovington at 4-3, but Lovington has played a meat grinder of a schedule. Not to say that Bernalillo hadn't played some tough teams, but I'm not sure that Espanola Valley and Moriarty are in the same ballpark as our Seminole and Roswell High and Artesia, who, by the way, are playing each other tonight. That's quite the state battle tonight, but we've got a good one for you here tonight in Lovington. As it looks like Castro is going to do the kicking. He's the quarterback, the kicker. He does it all. Couple of men back deep for the Wildcats, and here we go. The district season is underway tonight from here in Lovington, New Mexico. So Castro will kick it away. It's a high spiraling one that'll be caught by Sanchez at the 15. Brings it out to the 20. A little juke move to the 25. Out across the 30. Breaks free and squeezes out to the 34-yard line before he's gang tackled on the far side. Leading the charge was Gabriel Trujillo for Bernalillo High. Good field position, though, on the return by Sanchez. Lovington's offense will have the chance to strike first. Lovington averaging right at 34 points a game, and Bernalillo giving up 12. So an offense versus defensive matchup potentially here tonight. So Wyatt Gomez, the senior quarterback, has an offer, we understand, from Wayland Baptist, along with a number of other cats. Congratulations to him. They'll bunch three receivers on the right side, single receiver to the left. That is Thompson on the left. Gomez will change the play. He's signaling it out to his receivers. Waits on the snap. He's got one man behind him. Three-step drop, has time. Slings it to Thompson. Coming near side, a little bit overthrown. Thompson adjusts, but can't go up high enough to get it. Pretty good coverage from Nathan Insanias. So it'll be incomplete and second down for the Wildcats. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Lovington as they were trying for that explosive play early. Good coverage. Thompson, another one of those Wildcats that went to Wayland last week and also, I believe, does have an offer on the table. So on 2nd down and 10, Cats will come out. Looks like the deep back behind Wyatt will be Alec Olguin to start this one from the pistol formation. Pitch it to Alec. Coming to the near side. He's got a little bit of room. Spins, but is stretched out and then brought down at the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of room to run. Good coverage and
that was number
good
12.
Tackle.
That is
Sean Armijo.
Yes, Armijo.
And Diego Molinard also on the stop. So no gain for Alec Olguin, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Well, they're going to give him a yard, so make it rather 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats. Move them to the near hash. Send twins receivers to the right, twins to the left. Keep a tight end in the ball game on the left side. Back to pass, good protection. Throwing it down the sideline, has a man wide open. Gonzalez with it. Tippy toes the sideline at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Put it in the end zone, 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 65 yards. Gomez to Gonzalez, and the Cats strike first.
Wow. Well, it took them more than 2 plays. So I'm a little disappointed, but we talked about the fact that they could come out with an explosive play.
And they're going to say that he tippy-toed the sideline and hit it. It's still a big play, though, as he's going to take that. That'll be 15, 25, 30, 33 yards. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Darn it. I wasted a touchdown call.
It was a warm-up. There would be more.
I only have so many in me. Hand it to Olguin, and he is going to be wrapped up and dropped quickly as Ulysses Castro came through the line like he knew what the play call was going to be. Mario Molinado in there too, and Alec actually going to lose a couple yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 12. Yikes.
It's all right. They got some time.
They do. So they've proven they can move the ball. And Coach G does like to establish the run, and he's going to want to establish time of possession too. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Olguin is the single back in the backfield on the left shoulder. Good snap, Wyatt with it. Has time. Now the pocket breaks down a little bit. Still dances. Now he's going to be flushed. Rolls right, looking, throws on the run, throws it underneath and incomplete. On the far side, he was trying to get Anson Marquez over on the far side right at the sticks. Anson had to come back on it, but couldn't adjust on it quite enough. And so it'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Cats.
Yeah, an important 3rd down right here. We've talked before about those 3rd down conversions.
Gomez 1 of 3 for 33 yards. 10:15 to go in the first. Lovington on their open possession of the ball game. From the Bernalillo 34-yard line, the Cats and the Spartans opening district here tonight. Looks like Bernalillo's defense is everything that they have been touted to be. Throw it underneath on the quick slant. It is complete to Thompson. He's across the 20, stiff arms a man at the 15, cuts back inside at the 10, 5, put it in the end zone, 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats, and I'm right this time, 34 yards to the house. DeMarcus Thompson on the quick little slant out of the slot underneath, takes it to the house, and now the Cats strike first.
Yeah, perfectly thrown, perfectly run. I tell you what, it took Bernalillo defense completely by surprise, and good coverage. Gomez was able to get rid of it quickly, and then beautiful broken field running by Thompson, slipping out of a couple of tackles and taking it to the house.
On to attempt the extra point, it'll be Caleb Aranda. Hard count. Bernalillo jumps, and do they throw? Yep, they'll throw the flags. Pink flags. I was looking for yellow, but they are pink. And I think we're going to have encroachment on Bernalillo. We wait, and it will be offsides on Bernalillo. So we'll move it in half the distance to the goal. I hate having to write down a 1-yard penalty, but it does go in the books. So move them half the distance to the goal. And often when this happens, Lovington will adjust out and decide to go for 2. Looks like they will keep Aranda in the game. They're looking over to the sideline, and the coaching staff going to tell them what they want to do. Olguin is the holder, and he's going to go back. And he will set up, so it looks like they will attempt the regular extra point. Good snap. Olguin up, throws it underneath, and knocked away at the last second. Patrick Sanchez, the intended target, and knocked away by Nathan Insanias. So the 2-point conversion fails, but we are on the board first. 10:06 to go here in the first quarter. Lovington 6. Bernalillo yet to have an offensive possession. Back in 1 minute. Wildcat football continues on KZOR. Back here in Lovington, it was a 6-play drive that covered 66 yards and took just under 2 minutes off the clock, capped off a 34-yard touchdown pass. Wyatt Gomez to DeMarcus Thompson. A 2-point conversion after an offsides penalty was no good, but the Cats take the early 6-0 lead. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols field side as Aranda has it teed up at the 40. The Cats are moving right to left on your radio dial, which means Bernalillo moving left to right. That's how it shows up on your TV screen too. So 10:06 to go in the first. Lovington draws first blood here in the first game of the district season as Caleb will boot it deep. It is a high end-over-ender. Insanias picks it up at the 5, crosses out to the 10, cuts it to the outside across the 15 to the 20, has a seam, 25-30, 35-40. He's got one man to beat, and he's got runners with him. Aranda goes back to try and slow him down and stop him. Lovington will surround him, but a big play. Insanias takes it back. An 80-yard return, and Bernalillo is going to be knocking on the door inside the Lovington red zone. Lovington just lost contain and lost coverage on that. Coach G is not a happy camper.
No, not at all. But Lovington D has a chance to stop them, and we'll see if they can do that right here. It would be, I think,
from the 17-yard line. So the Cats special teams have been a strong point all year, but they let them down this time. So inside the Wildcat red zone, Castro will come out. He's got two backs in the backfield with him. Looks like Molinar and Encinias waiting on the snap with it. Castro looks, comes near side, throwing to the backside of the end zone, looking for Encinias, and knocked away at the last second. Can't hold on to it. Very tight coverage by Cesar Gonzalez. Incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
A nice, good, clean coverage by Cesar. And really, that was the first one. Now the D has to hold him. Three more.
As Encinias, I can't believe he could get to the end zone that fast after he ran like 80 yards down the field.
He's quick,
I got
but
winded
Gonzalez
just looking at him. Single back in the backfield this time is going to be Molinar. Twins to the right, one to the left. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. Waiting on the snap. Here it comes, and a little pitch out. Molinar drops it. It is on the turf, and it is still loose and fighting for it. Lovington might have it. If they do, it is a big play, and that was just a bungle from the word go.
There was a flag.
It looked like Castro. Now, it wasn't a flag. That was
just
the
a marker?
down marker. And coming out from the
Yep.
bottom of the pile is Valente Herrera. He gets the turnover, and the Cats will have it back, as that was just a bungle from the start as Castro got it and looked like he was going to pitch it. Molinar not ready, and then he kind of tossed it to him, and Molinar looked like he didn't know what the play was and just dropped it, and Lovington swarmed in. Herrera recovers the fumble, and the Cats defense bails out the special teams. Offense back on the field. 1st and 10 Lovington from the Wildcat 27.
That's exactly what we talked about a while ago, saying, well, it's time for the defense to come in and see and prove what they can do, and that's exactly what they did. But they had a little help on a bad snap.
They did. So it'll be Wildcat football. Fake the handoff, keeping it himself, coming to the near side, and no room to run at all. Wyatt Gomez on the quarterback keeper coming to the left is swarmed behind the line. Wyatt is going to lose a yard on the play, and it'll be second down and 11. As that line up front, I am impressed so far with Bernalillo's line. Anthony Crespin on the stop on that one. They certainly did. And Andres Suazo also on the stop there.
So Lovington cannot afford to take anything too lightly in this game.
Well, they can't. One of the big things they did against Santa Fe was they cashed in every single turnover they got in that ball game, 5 of them. Good snap. Gomez back to pass. Pump fake to the right. Comes back right under the middle, and Cesar in and out of his hands. He was hearing the footsteps come in as Sean Armijo was bearing down on him like a freight train. It'll be incomplete. 3rd and 11. But Lovington has managed to find those little underneath routes against this Bernalillo defense, at least here in the early going. So maybe you think about continuing to do that.
Yeah, that was a nice route, nice completion, and good run, to Thompson that led to the score. So maybe we can find that again.
So it'll be 3rd down and 11. Send a single receiver to the right side. That is Marquez. Man in motion is Gonzalez. Back to pass. Blitz comes. Wyatt comes near side, throws it underneath. Dangerous pass. That'll be complete. Into the hands of Thompson, and he's tippy-toes the sideline. He's into Bernalillo territory. Dragon Spartans with him all the way down to the Bernalillo 40-yard line. Move the chains. 1st down Wildcats. As that's going to be, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36 yards to DeMarcus Thompson, his 2nd catch of the ball game. And that is a big Lovington 1st down.
It sure is. DeMarcus has the sticky hands tonight, not just the sure ones, but man, able to that bumbled just a little bit.
Josh Barajas had pretty good coverage on him, looked like.
He did, and he was able to go up, come down with it, and control it.
Bunch 3 in tight, hand it to Olguin, and he is hit behind the line and spun down. Nowhere to go as Bradley Waddell, the junior linebacker, came through and just knocked Alec down right at the line. So keep him right there. It has been rough going for the Wildcat running attack. 4 runs tonight for -2 yards. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Lovington.
I like that coach is still trying the running plays. Because
I don't know why the clock is stopped at 8:35. If it was a running play, it should have continued to move, but okay, whatever. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Sin Thompson in motion left to right. Fake the pitch to him. Back to pass Wyatt. He'll throw it underneath, coming out of the backfield. Squeaking out, and that'll be complete to Anson Marquez as he's going to step out at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 to Anson, and now it'll be 3rd down and 5.
That's more manageable.
Yeah, just stay in front of the chains. Get 3, 4, 5 every time, and you just march the ball right down the field. And he stepped out, so that will stop the clock.
Yeah, Lovington doesn't need to feel pressured or hurried. They've got 6-point lead on the board. They just want to,
And basically they're playing with house money on this possession.
Right.
So Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Single back in the backfield is Olguin. Wyatt with it, trying to get him to jump. Bernalillo holds tight. 4 men across the front. They do show blitz. Wyatt going to go up and change the play with 7 seconds left on the play clock. Gomez with it. Wyatt back to pass, 2-step drop, throws it out into the far flat and over the head of Cesar Gonzalez. That one just sailed on him a little bit, incomplete. And so it'll be 4th down and 5. I don't even think you have to ask. Coach G's going to go for it.
Going for it. Oh, yeah.
G means go, not just Gonzalez. Aranda does have a pretty good leg, but I don't think you attempt a 48-yard field goal.
No.
Not in this situation.
No.
You're another 15 yards in, you might think about it.
If you're really hurting for points and you want to take a chance and put them on, and but not now.
Yeah, not now and not from 48 yards, although Aranda does have the range. So Lovington will send Twins to the right, single receiver to the left, tight end on the left side. Wyatt signaling for a man to go in motion, going to change the play at the line with 4 with 3 and timeout going to be taken as Lovington with some confusion on the line. 8:24 to go in the first half. Wildcats 6, Spartans nothing. We'll just keep it right here and say a big thank you to all the good folks who make Wildcat football possible, including Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Bob Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, CYA Trucking Insurance, and Eastern New Mexico University. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan on the famous blue turf at Bryant Urlacher Field. Brad Henderson helping us run the camera tonight. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. A full weekend of Wildcat sports. Tomorrow we'll be right back here. Tomorrow afternoon for Lovington Soccer as the Lovington Soccer boys trying to get back in that district race. That'll be at 3 o'clock tomorrow right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe, by the way, to the YouTube channel. It is absolutely free. And you always know what the Wildcats are doing thanks to those sponsors you see on the screen if you are watching. They make sure that we can continue to do this for free, unlike a lot of spots. So it'll be 4th down and 5 out of the Wildcat timeout. So a little bit of confusion on that. So Lovington takes the timeout. And now they'll come back out. Twins left, Twins right. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. That is Marquez. Gomez with it. With time. Now he's going to be flush. Comes near side. Pressure coming. Throws it off his back foot and just has to throw it away. And so it'll go over on downs to Bernalillo. So Lovington marches it down the field, but the Bernalillo defense continues to swarm, and they will force Lovington off the field. So the defense for Lovington gets the turnover, but they can't cash it in. So Bernalillo gets the ball back with 8:15 to go here in the first. Lovington with a 6-0 lead.
Coach is over here talking, making some adjustments, using it as a learning experience on that over on downs.
Good pressure again coming in from Bernalillo's defense. You can see why they're just giving up 12 points a game.
Yes,
so Bernalillo
they are
takes.
Formidable.
Yes, they are. Bernalillo will take back over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Hand it to Molinar into the hole, and no hole there as it closed rapidly. And the Cats come in and take him down fast. Jaden Bosquez, the senior lineman, the first one to wrap him up, and Molinar going to lose a yard on the play. And so it'll be 2nd down and 11. There was a hole there, but it closed quickly.
Yep.
That was a nice job by
Thompson actually helped close that as well.
By Bosquez, though, to shed his blocker and get over there and get an arm around Molinar. So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Twins to the right, Twins to the left. Low snap, Castro pulls it off the turf. Pressure comes, is flushed, and he is sacked, and the ball is on the field. Fight for it, and does Lovington have it again? They do, as coming up with the fumble is Jaden Bosquez. Second turnover of the night. It'll be a strip sack fumble. Castro goes down. He is going to lose, let's see, that is 11 yards on the sack. Bosquez gets the sack, gets the fumble recovery, and the Cats have it from the Bernalillo 24-yard line.
Wildcats in business again, closing in on the red zone.
Now they need to cash in.
Yeah, they do. They let that last opportunity go. They've got to capitalize on this one. Make it count.
From the near hash mark. And no, they changed it. They gave it back to Bernalillo, so it's just minus 11. So toss it out on the little screen. Molinar with it. He's hitting the backfield, and he is going to be driven backwards. Good coverage by the Wildcats as Jaden Gutierrez that time coming in. And that'll be a loss of another 5-6 yards. So it's a completed pass, but for negative 6 yards to Molinar.
Should be
and
about,
so now it's fourth and Hobbs, basically.
Beyond Hobbs.
Yeah, maybe fourth and Eunice. There's another football game going on in Eunice, though, tonight, so I'm not sure we would want to invade that.
I don't think there's room on the field for anybody else.
No, although that's a blue-red matchup, too. So fourth down and Hobbs to go, and the punt is away, and it's a good one as fielding it right at midfield. That is going to be Gutierrez. He goes to the far sideline, and he is going to be spun down at the 41-yard line. Again, good pursuit by the Spartans over on that far side. So Lovington gets it back. Thought they had their second turnover, but it just turned into a long sack. But still good field position from the 41-yard line. First down and 10, 6:41 to go here in the first. Good crowd on hand here tonight at Wildcat Stadium. Quite a few folks making the trek up from Bernalillo. As we well know, Dawn, that is not the easiest trip on the planet.
No, it takes a minute.
And you got to go through Albuquerque, which is never fun, and Balloon Fiesta going on right now, which is never fun. We had to deal with that last year.
Well, the Balloon Fiesta itself is a beautiful, wonderful event. But
yes, but dealing with the traffic around it is not. First and 10 for the Wildcats from the Spartan 41-yard line. Twins left, trips to the right. Send a man in motion right to left. They'll toss it to, that is Ochoa on the end around on the toss. And Cameron, his first touch of the night, will get a yard out of it, but no more. So it'll be second down and 9 for the Wildcats.
He was looking for some room to be able to turn the corner and go upfield, but just couldn't find any room.
Bernalillo with very good side-to-side speed.
Yep, and they closed any of the seams that he might have hoped that would open.
And they do a nice job closing gaps and staying on their assignments. Again, we always try and give credit where credit is due. So it'll be second down and 9 for the Wildcats. Bunch everybody in tight, max protect. Blitz comes. Wyatt back to pass. Steps up. Looking now. He has time, and he'll throw it underneath and in and out. Dropped by Zadrick Betancourt. That is the second ball tonight that has been dropped by Wildcat receivers.
Ooh, and it was a bullet. Let me tell you, it was moving.
So now it'll be third down and 9. Lovington is getting receivers open, but they're just having a little trouble hanging on to the football. Is it a little bit nippy down there, Dawn?
It's a little cool, but there's not much of a breeze yet. It's going to get cooler during the game.
And you know, when it's cooler, sometimes the ball feels a little harder.
True, a little slippery.
I mean, not making any excuses here, but Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Good snap. Wyatt back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and nobody home as Betancourt in the neighborhood. But I think Betancourt was coming up the seam and then curled it back in, ran a curl route, as Wyatt just wanted him to continue to go up the seam. Incomplete, and it'll be fourth down and 9 for the Wildcats.
Patrick Sanchez was still upfield, and Ryan Weiser was downfield.
But yeah, all day long to throw that ball, but Wyatt misfiring on his last 4 passes. And again, a man open, but just a little miscommunication. So from the 40-yard line, Lovington will go for it again. 5:45 to go in the first. Wyatt with it, good pass, steps up, pump fake to the right, now he's going to get flushed, comes back to the left, back pedals, throws it as he is hit, puts a wobbler up, and it is over the head and out of bounds, trying to get Alec Olguin down the sideline, but he got clocked just as he let that one fly by Ulysses Castro. Incomplete, and over on down again to Bernalillo, and they'll have it at the at their own 40-yard line.
Well, again, as you said, they were playing a house of money on that, but the shame is 2 turnovers, 2 chances to capitalize, make points out of them, and the O wasn't able to get the job done. But we're early in the game, we're still up by 6 points, and this Wildcat team can still put some more points on the board pretty quickly, but they've got to make another stop here, defensive stop, or shake the ball loose again.
Now up to the defense as Castro will bring his Spartans back out onto the field. Twins left, Twins to the right. Deep back in the backfield is Molinar. From the full shotgun is Castro. Surveys the defense. Lovington with 4 men across the front. Going to try and bring the edge. Castro with it. Hand it to Nope, keeps it himself. Spin move in the backfield, looking for room to run. Thompson gets to him first, and will drop him behind the line. The design quarterback run goes for -1, and so it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Spartans. So the two teams just kind of trading punches right now. Lovington with the big play has the 6-0 advantage with 5:11 remaining here in the first quarter. A lot has happened in this first quarter. Now Bernalillo going to come out. Twins to the left. Single receiver to the right. Tight end over on the left side. Deep back is Molinar. 4:55 to go. Lovington shows blitz. Rolling to the left side, looking to pass. Castro throws it underneath, skips it in. Is it complete? And nope, they're going to say incomplete. The ground skipped it in. So meant for Trujillo, so incomplete. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Spartans. But they threw the quick pass that time. They rolled out Castro on the designed rollout and tossed it over there. Had a little room, just couldn't quite get to it. Castro misfiring a little bit and throwing it low. He's done that a couple of times so far in this ball game. So stops the clock, 3rd down and 11. 4:41 to go in the first. Twins right, single receiver to the left from the near hash mark. Castro with it. Comes near side, pressure comes, throws it underneath, has a man in stride, and complete to Sean Armijo. It's good for 8 yards, make it 9 yards. Since they were behind the line, it'll be 4th down and 2 to go for the Spartans. And it looks like they're going to take the offense off the, well, no, Castro's still out there. He is their place kicker. I got to wonder if he's their punter, too. They're going to come out in punt formation, but watch for him to maybe try and trick him. Gutierrez will go back deep to receive. Lovington going to bring everything, including the kitchen sink. High snap. Castro gets it away. It's a good punt, and it's going to bounce, go sideways, and then take a Bernalillo bounce and skip out at about the 20-yard line. So Bernalillo flips the field. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line. So mark it, well, they're going to put it officially between the 19 and the 20, so we'll call it at the 19. As the two defenses really kind of slugging it out here in the early going.
That's true, just kind of back and forth, a defensive battle ever since the Lovington score early in the game.
Yeah, on the opening possession of the ball game. So Lovington with their 3rd possession, make it their 4th possession of this first quarter. Twins to the left and 3 receivers set. Throw it underneath, in stride. That's Rivero at the 25, out to the 30 to the 33-yard line. A pickup of 14 yards and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
Woohoo.
Rivero, his first catch of the night, and it's a good one. And I like the quick passes underneath. 119 through the air for Gomez in this first quarter. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 33-yard line. From the near hash again, Twins left, single receiver to the right, 2 backs in the backfield for a little extra protection. Bernalillo shows blitz. That means Lovington should have somebody open. Fake the handoff, throw it to Thompson. Spin move at the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Tippy toes, gets out of 1. Now he's going to cut it back at the 30, 20, to the 15, to the 10. Drags a man with him into the end zone, puts 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 66 yards to the house, and Lovington gets another explosive play and goes up 12-0.
Tell you what, Thompson did another amazing job of breaking out of a tackle. It was Armijo who rolled down and really tried to bowl him over with a tackle and just kind of didn't really miss him. Thompson just stepped right over him, stepped out of it, and went on.
Yeah, stepped through him and moved. That was a beautiful play.
Another good run.
So Olguin going to survey things as Aranda on. Looks like they will attempt the extra point this time. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is into the southeast New Mexico air and good. And with 3:13 to go here in the first quarter, Lovington 13, Bernalillo nothing. We'll be back. Wildcat football continues in a moment on KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. A 66-yard shot to DeMarcus Thompson, and it is into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown. The point after is good. It is a wobbler that is going to bounce around. It is going to be bobbled by Barajas. Picks it up at the 14, brings it out to the 15, to the 20, to the 22-yard line, and he is going to be stomped down by Cameron Ochoa. So it'll be first down and 10 to go. As I do some quick changing in my scorebook, I wrote something down wrong, which happens quite often. There we go. So first and 10 for Bernalillo from their own 22-yard line. Lovington 2. We talked in the pregame show, if Lovington can get up by 2 scores and keep it there, this Bernalillo offense may not have the firepower if they've got to play from behind. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Hand it off. Molinar drags a couple of cats with him. Going to wind up getting about a yard. Has taken Michael Hine for a ride. It'll be a pickup of 1. But Molinar, some hard running to the right side, is brought down. Also in on that stop for Lovington looks like Francisco Areola. Getting a piece of that one too. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Lovington leading 13-0. Have forced Bernalillo into a couple of punts and also forced a turnover. Spartans going to put 3 receivers to the left side and a 4-receiver set from the near hash mark. Hand it to Molinar. He's got a little room over the right side. He's going to be bumped down at around the 29-yard line, but a flag flies. That's in the neighborhood of holding. I got a feeling this one's coming back.
Number 7, Kyler Reeves, and number 22, Ensign Marquez.
Well, let's see what the call is going to be. And that flag came out quickly, and it'll be actually false start on Bernalillo. I can't believe they let that play go. They normally don't with a false start, so that'll be the second penalty for 6 yards against the Spartans. It wipes out an 8-yard run for Molinar, and it'll reset the sticks at second down and 14. So Spartan football as that puts them back inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. District opener tonight for both of these squads. 4-receiver set, twins left, twins right. Man in motion from the left to the right. Castro with it. Throws the screen. It'll be bobbled back at the 18 across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Lovington trying to strip it out of there and to the 20, complete to Encinias. He's going to pick up about 2, 3, make it 4 yards. So the 4-yard completion to Encinias, and it'll be third down and 10 as Bernalillo will get it back to the original line of scrimmage at the 22. Good coverage there for the Wildcats.
Yes, it was. Excellent.
Limiting the Bernalillo gain there. It's an unimportant third down for Bernalillo with $1:25 to go here in the first. 13-0 Wildcats in the lead. Castro surveys the defense. Lovington shows blitz. Castro rolls left. Under pressure. Hine gets to him, and he will just have to throw it away. Nobody in the neighborhood. Incomplete.
I think that probably number 42, it was Reese, who was just close enough so that it wasn't intentional grounding, but really, he just threw it away.
I'm not sure I would take that intentional grounding anyway.
Right.
Well, no, that's a loss of down, so it'd be 10 yards and a loss of down. But yeah, I don't think that one rose to the level of intentional grounding. It'll be 4th down and 10. And so Jaden Gutierrez will go back around midfield to receive another punt. So Lovington still with time on the clock. 1:09 to go here in the first, and a 2-score lead, 13-0. So Castro gets it. Gets the punt away. This is a good one as Jaden going to watch it. He'll get it on the bounce. Dangerous back at his own 39 across the 40, 45 to the 50, and spun down inside Bernalillo territory at the 49-yard line. As Bernalillo was up there trying to strip that one away, David Abieta. That was a nice move, though. He saw that maybe Jaden getting a little bit careless with that football, and Abieta took a shot at it.
He did, and he wrapped the ankles. One of them got him down low and really wrenched him around, really trying to shake the ball loose for sure.
And so they're going to say the knee went down right at the midfield stripe, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 50. 57 seconds to go here in the first. Lovington has put 2 scores on the board. They would like to get a third one. Stack up 3 near side, right on the line. Good snap, fake the handoff, throw the wide receiver screen. That will be complete. That is to Thompson. He's across the 45 to the 40. Little shake and bake to the 30, and finally pushed out at the 25-yard line. Make it the 26. It'll be a 24-yard gain to DeMarcus Thompson, his 4th catch of the night, and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Looking good, and I like it that the Wildcat offense got busy, immediately with a pass. Get
this, Dawn.
Yes.
4 catches for DeMarcus,
yes.
160 yards, and we're still 49
just
seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, just barely any time left in the first. That's amazing. Could be a huge game for DeMarcus. It's already a good one.
Yeah, but 160 yards is a career for some people. They're going up under center Wyatt as they're going to play big boy football. Pitch it. Now they're going to pitch the end around. Flea flicker. DeMarcus to pass it. Hits. He lets it fly towards the end zone, and that one is going to be picked off in the end zone. I think you take that one, wad it up, and throw it away. Kobe Sanchez gets the INT and bring it out to the 20. So an interception on a end-around reverse flea flicker. Wow.
And I really didn't even see who the intended
Cesar Gonzalez was the intended target, but yeah, take that one out of the playbook, wad it up, and toss it.
Yeah, did not
Just
work.
saying.
At least the execution on that was not what it should have been.
Yeah, DeMarcus should not have let that one fly. Good coverage down there from Sanchez as the sophomore linebacker got back and made the INT. So give it back to Bernalillo on the first Lovington turnover of the night with 40 seconds to go here in the first. Twins to the left side, single receiver to the right. There is a tight end on the left side. Pitch it to Molinar, trying to get him on the outside. He is hit behind the line, and he's going to get up, or rather be down about the 18. Got it at the 15 to the 18, so he's going to lose 2. And DeMarcus Thompson, I think, a little mad at himself and taking it out on Molinar there. Knocks him back 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, big hit, but clean.
Yes, it was. And I think Bernalillo, they've got time on the play clock. I can't believe they would want to run another play. 10 seconds left on the game clock. But Castro hurries them up to the line. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And nope, they're just going to hold it off and take it over to the sideline. We have played a quarter here at Wildcat Stadium. Lovington 13, Bernalillo nothing. This is Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington and Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR. Flip ends, and we will come back to a second down and 12. Bernalillo football, Lovington leading 13-0. Don Morgan Field side, I'm TJ Miracle high above Wildcat Stadium. Brad Henderson on the camera tonight, and Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So 13-0 for the Wildcats, but Bernalillo is still out there fighting. And fighting hard. You don't want to sleep on them. Each team with the turnover in that first quarter. So on a second down and 12, Castro going to split Molinar out wide to the right. As underneath, Sanchez on the blitz, and it'll be complete to Armijo, and he gets it back to the 20. But nice trailing move by Alec Olguin there to keep Armijo to just a 2-yard gain. It'll be third down and 10. 11 yards on 2 catches for Armijo, so an important third down and 10 for Bernalillo as we get underway here in the second quarter. Lovington, the number 2 team in Class 4A in the Land of Enchantment. Bernalillo, number 6. You expect a pretty good match, and so far we've gotten it. Split backs in the backfield this time for the Spartans. They're going to put the other Molinar in motion. Back to pass. Blitz comes, throwing it across the middle and overthrowing his intended target, Kenneth Size. But good pressure comes in. A flag on the play. That's in the neighborhood of pass interference. So not sure that would be bad. And it will be pass interference on the Wildcats. So they bumped Size. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty on the Wildcats and an automatic first down for Bernalillo. That'll be their first down of the ball game.
And that's really their first costly mistake other than the INT that Lovington has made in this game so far.
Yes, it is. So that'll move Bernalillo out to the 35-yard line after the pass interference call. So Bernalillo gets their first down nearly 13 minutes into this ball game. Let's see if they can switch the momentum now, getting a little bit of breathing space. Low snap, hand it to Molinar, starts it to the right, comes back left, but no room to run as he is going to be brought down immediately by Valente Herrera. So no gain on the play for Molinar. Tried the little counter trap, but nothing there for him. It'll be second down and 10. Well, again, the Wildcat defense has showed up to play here tonight. All right, now the Bernalillo offense still just trying to find a little rhythm. So second down and 10, Spartans on their own 35-yard line. 10.5 remaining here in the first half. Send a man in motion. That is Molinar from the backfield. Hand it to the other Molinar. Gets away from 1, gets away from 2, and he'll get out to the 40-yard line. Dragging Gutierrez with him. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Diego Molinar. And it's his longest play from scrimmage of the night. And it'll be third down and 4.
And Lovington bit on the fake there and opened up just enough seam for Molinar to get through. And he's got a lot of strength. He's a small guy.
Yeah, 5'6", 165 pounds senior.
Yeah.
So now on a third down and 4, it'll be twins left, twins right. Molinar is the deep back behind Castro. Under 10 to play in the first half. Lovington up by 2 scores.
Whoa.
Throwing it underneath, and that one is going to be almost picked off into the hands of Alec Olguin. He was thinking 6 on the board, yet he will lose the ball. It'll be incomplete, and it'll wind up being fourth down and 4, and you got to think punt time for Bernalillo.
Well, they punted with about the same yardage that last time. In fact, they only had 2 yards to go when they punted the last time.
I'm pretty sure it was 10, but
was it 10?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
they
it
were
was.
Down to 2. Okay.
Because they'd gotten a penalty. But anyway,
Right.
Castro will boot it away, and that one is high into the night sky. Going to bounce at the 20. Take a huge Bernalillo bounce. Picked up at the 10 by Gutierrez. Brings it out across the 20. Shakes a man. Can't shake all of them out to the 25-yard line. Good coverage for the most part down the field by Bernalillo. That was a dangerous ball to grab for Jaden. He's done that a couple of times, so living on the edge. Gets it out to the 24. Doesn't burn the Wildcats. But that's one of those things you just got to be aware of. It could wind up burning them in the future. If you're Bernalillo, you're taking note of that. 9:31. 14-0. Timeout on the field while the white hat ties his shoe. Don't want anybody tripping over their shoelaces. I've done that. It's embarrassing. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Single back in the backfield is Olguin. Hand it to Alec. Not a lot of room. He's going to take it out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the stop made by Ryan Berg. So it'll be a 2-yard pickup for Alec. And that'll get him back into positive territory in the stat sheet. 4 carries for just 1 yard now for Alec. That Bernalillo line incredibly tough. So 2nd down and 8 for the Cats. Clock continues to move, down to 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Empty set this time. 3 receivers to the right. Gomez sends a man in motion. That's Olguin, left to right. Fake the handoff to him, pump fake. Now they're going to go down the sideline, and that one going to be tipped and almost picked off. A dangerous pass over on that far side, leaping up and getting a hand on it. Diego Molinar getting the hand on it, so incomplete. A dangerous pass let fly. So now it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Bernalillo has not brought a lot of pressure. I think they've only blitzed twice that I can recall.
No, but
they might want to think about bringing everybody if they can on a 3rd down and 8. Lovington going to keep a man in the backfield. They're going to show just 4 men up front. Now they're going to show blitz. Looks like they may come off that right corner. Tight end over on that side. Good snap, Wyatt with it. Protection holds. Wyatt with all day. Comes to the near side. It'll be complete to Rivero at the 30, 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50. Inside Spartan territory, and finally going to be bumped out at the 38-yard line. So that's going to be 23, 33, 36 yards to Elijah Rivero and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
Yeah, it was a nice throw, and Rivero just had to stretch out just a little bit, stretch his arms out, but had sure hold of that, hang on to it. Nice run.
And great protection. That doesn't happen if Bernalillo can get to Wyatt, but he basically had all week to throw that ball.
A couple more seconds, I think he was going to have a couple of guys getting free of tackles behind him. So he got rid of it just in time.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. From the near hash mark, send a man in motion. That is Marquez. They're going to run Olguin that way. He's hitting the backfield, gets away from one, reverses field, tucks it under. He's across the 35 and out to the 32 and is hit hard. And
spun him down,
out.
and that tackle was number 2.
Mason McChriston, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a pickup of, call it 6 for Alec, but he's lucky to get that. He ran about 35 yards to get 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. McChriston, though, putting on the big hit, the senior wide receiver and safety. Oh,
and it kind of looked worse than it was when you saw it up close right here. At the last minute, Alec Abel was kind of shrugged out of it just a little bit.
So 2nd down and 4. Send a man in motion. That's Marquez again. Over to the left tight end position with time. Throwing it up the seam and knocked away at the last second. Good coverage by Molinar.
Molinar again.
As the intended target down there was Rivero. So incomplete, and now it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Cats. 2:45 on 18 attempts for Gomez so far in the first half. The interception was actually thrown by Thompson on a play that I hope we never, ever see again. DeMarcus does a lot of things, and it was a pretty pass. Unfortunately, it was right to one of the Spartans, but I'm going to let it go. Stack up, Twins left, Twins right. 3rd down and 4. Hit as he throws, complete to Gonzalez across the 25 to the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
Nice. Now it really feels like Lovington's offense has found rhythm. They're firing. There's energy. I can't explain it. They're in the groove, and you just feel that, especially down here.
41 yards on 2 catches for Cesar Gonzalez. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Heading up towards the Bernalillo red zone from the 23-yard line. Twins left, Twins right. Deep back is Olguin. Pitch it to Olguin, going around the left side on the jet sweep. Got a little room, steps out of a tackle at the 25, down to the 20, inside the 10, and out of bounds, ripped out at about the 7-yard line.
Getting it into hands really early, and he was able to turn on the jets. He was able to turn a little bit of a corner and go upfield before Bernalillo got onto him.
16-yard gain and move the chains. 1st and goal, Lovington at the Bernalillo 7. First big run of the night for Alec, even though doesn't count as one of the quote-unquote explosive plays. That one was pretty explosive. 16 yards. and now they are knocking on the door.
And Gonzalez is coming out for this play, and they put
checking in. It'll be,
well,
Wyatt goes back in.
Right.
Wyatt was never out. He was just over on the sideline getting the play. Olguin is the deep back from the pistol formation this time. Gomez with it. Hand it to Olguin. He's going to sweep right side. He's got a hole, and he will take it in to the end zone. Put 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. Alec Olguin from 7. This a 19-0 ball game. 6:25 to go here in the first half.
Some good blocks on the line, opening up some room, and 2 of the Bernalillo guys actually ran into each other and took each other out. And
Francisco Areola is the one that had the block that sealed that in to get it in. But we've got a flag on the play right at the goal line. Oh no, it's coming back. And we have got a hold at the goal line. So wipe out the touchdown. So the hold at the goal line will take it back to the 11-yard line. First and goal from the 11.
Well, Lovington can do it again. They're on the 11. They've got 4 downs to work with. First and goal. Let's see them get through the Bernalillo defense and get it in the end zone again. I think they can.
That is the second time that first time a penalty has wiped it off. The other one was a tiptoe right on the line. So first and goal from the 11 after the holding penalty. Wipes out the 7-yard touchdown for Olguin. Good snap. They will fake the pitch. Now they'll hand it to Olguin. He'll take it again. He is inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line, and he is body slammed down by a couple of Spartans and underneath there.
They actually pushed him forward and helped him get about 1.5 yards extra.
So that'll be an 8, make it an 8-yard gain for Alec. So he's got 31 yards on 7 carries, and it'll be second and goal from the 3.
Yeah, they tackled him from behind, and he just rolled around, and they kind of pushed him forward.
And the big hit put on by Tristan Lovato, the big senior. And I don't know how Lovato kept up with Alec. He's a big boy, but he got him and wrestled him to the ground. So Lovington heads to the line. Second and goal from the 3. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Wyatt with it. Hand it to Alec again. Hit in the backfield. Gets up to about the 1-yard line, and he'll be stopped short as Bernalillo collapses in on him.
I think they're probably going to spot that at the 2.
Lovato gets him down again, so a pick up a 1 officially. So it'll be third and goal from the 2. I know Coach G wants Alec to cash this one in. Maybe thinking about pitching it to that far side where he's got a little more room to get the Jets going.
Right.
Clock continues to move right at 5 minutes remaining first half. Lovington going to come up in the jumbo package. Now they'll pitch it. Alec is going to try the left side, and he is hit behind the line and is going to lose 3 yards on that one.
Yep, Bernalillo sniffed that one out and just came across.
Yeah, Lee Miller on the stop. Looked like they had that one. Looked like they were in the Lovington huddle when they called that one. So now it'll be fourth and goal from the 5. As DeMarcus Thompson will run the play in. He'll replace Patrick Sanchez. So Coach G is going to go for it on fourth and goal from the 5. This is the situation where you might think about the field goal.
Well, could be. I say a quarterback keeper maybe.
Well, could be, or you might see if you can get Thompson coming across the middle.
Yeah.
He is by himself out to the left side. Good snap.
Yep.
Pressure comes. They'll throw it. And Thompson
Yes.
in and out of his hands. Was a little bit behind him and over on downs. 253 yards for Wyatt Gomez, but he doesn't get to add to it on that one. So over on downs, it'll be Bernalillo football, but they are pinned way back at their own 5.
That they are. And if Lovington defense is as mad and frustrated as I know Thompson is, then they just may shake that ball loose again right here. And it'll be nice. They're close. We're still close to our own end zone here.
Lovington does tend to get a little aggressive when they've got an opponent pinned inside their own 10-yard line, and this one first and 10 from the 5. Lovington looks like they're going to bring everybody, and Bernalillo just trying to get a little space, and the ball is out. Lovington says they've got it back, but let's see. As that one just a little goof as Castro lost the ball on the exchange but falls on it. So it'll be no gain for Uriel Castro, and it'll be second down and 10 from the Spartan 5. but almost disaster again for Bernalillo. Just trying to get a little bit of space there. And they will go up under center again with Castro. And he will hand it off to Molinar, and he's going to drag a cat with him.
He almost got free.
He did, out to about the 8-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 3 for Molinar.
And Sanchez is the guy who reached out and brought him down because he was threatening to break through and run for daylight.
Valente Herrera slowed him up just enough, which let Patrick bring him down. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. Ball at the 8-yard line. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Lovington leading 13-0. Twins left, twins to the right. Send a man in motion. That is Molinar, right to left. Rolling to the right side, tossing, throwing it off the back foot, and that one is going to be incomplete.
Good coverage.
Yes, it was. It was a pretty good throw, too, to Gabriel Trujillo.
Yeah, it was really good coverage on him. I'm trying to say that was Ochoa.
Yeah, it was Ochoa. So incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 6, and a dangerous punt on the way for Bernalillo.
Yes, they
because back at the 8-9 yard line, Lovington is going to bring the house. If you're Jaden Gutierrez and you can't get this one cleanly, let it go. From 4 yards deep in his own end zone, Castro awaits the snap. Good snap, gets to it. Lovington comes, almost gets to it, but not quite. As Gutierrez will get it, running backwards, puts his hand down, comes up with it, gets away from one, stiff arms a man across the 40, and then slips down at the 36-yard line. So it winds up being a 30-yard punt.
Still good field
Yes,
position
it is.
for Lovington, yeah.
So Lovington will have it 1st and 10 from the Bernalillo 36. They've pretty much been operating in Bernalillo territory all night long, but only 2 scores to show for it, 13-0 the score. Thanks for listening to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, and watching live at HobbsAmerica.com and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Trips receivers to the right, 1st and 10 for the Bernalillo 36. Good snap, handed off. And that is Cameron Ochoa, and we've got a flag on the play, and Cameron is going to get a big gain of about 30 yards, but it is coming back on a hold on the line.
Yeah, V. Hill took him down, but we'll see. Yep.
And it will be holding on Lovington, so another holding penalty on the Wildcats. Their 3rd penalty of the night for 35 yards. So it goes from 1st and 10, and that one was right at the point of attack, right at the line. So it'll wind up being 1st and 20, moving back to the 46. So Lovington shooting themselves in the foot a couple of times, a couple of holds and a PI, pass interference.
2.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
So on a 1st down and 20 from the Bernalillo 46, Lovington moves the wrong way. Offense is back out there. Going to stack 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Wyatt waits on it, has it. Good time, good throw across the middle and overthrows his intended target, Zadrick Betancourt. The intended target, but that one sailed on Gomez just a little bit. And so it'll be 2nd down and 20.
And Betancourt jumped up, but just could not get to it in time. Couldn't grab that ball.
Zadrick got some pretty good ups, as we've seen on the basketball court, but he needed to be about 3 feet taller to get to that one.
Yeah, and it was a little above him.
It was sailed a little bit. You've got a better angle on it than I do up here. Trips to the left side, 1 to the right. Back to pass. Wyatt throws it underneath. Has Thompson on the little crossing route. Eats to the 40, 35 to the 30. Lands the seam, has a blocker to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. DeMarcus Thompson, 46 yards to the house. And Lovington, we've got another flag on the dang play. It's coming back again on another hold. No, holding on Lovington. Wipe it out off of it. Coach G is beside himself. And I know he is because he has not moved a muscle.
Yeah.
He is a coach. When he does not move, that's when you know he's mad.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, indeed. Holding on the Wildcats, wipes out a 46-yard touchdown. And so we'll reset back at the 45-yard line. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so goes from 2nd and 20 to 2nd and 18 So it winds up being the equivalent of a 2-yard gain, but I'm not sure I might not run that again. Thompson by himself out to the left side, trips to the right. Gomez with it. He's going to throw the screen near side to Gomez, and he is going to be hit. Gets away from one. Can't get away from the second, third, and fourth contacts. He's going to lose yards. He's back inside his own territory. Coverage put on by Dominic Doss and also Anthony Crespin. So he's going to lose. Yeah, Gonzalez. Sorry, Gonzalez, you are correct. So that is a 7-yard completion, but a 7-yard loss to Cesar.
So 3rd and 26.
Yes, it will be. 248 yards. So now 3rd and basically Hobbs again for Lovington. Gomez lets it fly and overthrows Rivero. So incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and Hobbs for the Wildcats with 96 seconds to go in the first half. Question is, do you punt and try and pin them, or do you go ahead and run something? The defense has done a great job, but you don't really want to give Bernalillo a chance to get something. They will have the ball to start the second half. So the Wildcats going to step it out there. They will line up on the offense, trying to get the hard count. They're not going to bite on it. So Gomez going to tell him what he wants to run on 4th down and 26 to go. Good snap. Now White will just quick kick it away. That one is popped up in the air and is going to bounce at the 25, take a Wildcat bounce, but not much of one, and then takes a Bernalillo bounce at the 20 and goes back out to the 23, and that's where Herrera will down it. So $1:25 remaining in the first half. Lovington 13, Bernalillo nothing. Lovington has had 2 penalties, wiping out 2 touchdowns. And so it'll be 1st down and 10 for Bernalillo. They've still got all 3 timeouts. They are in negative offensive yardage territory, but momentum could completely flip if they could get a late score here.
Yeah, defense is so important to hold them right here. Shake it loose again.
Castro, low snap, rolls to the right. Steps up, lets it fly as he's hit, going down the sideline.
Nice coverage.
And Ochoa with good coverage swats it away at the last second. Bernalillo, Trujillo was the intended target. He wanted a pass interference.
Ochoa
not going to get it.
And Gutierrez all on coverage downfield, very tight.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 1:17 to go. Bernalillo wants to keep throwing the ball. Lovington can think about maybe starting to use its timeouts to maybe get 1 or 2 shots at the end zone before the end of the half. Bernalillo trails by 2 scores. Lovington 13, Spartans nothing. Split backs in the backfield this time with Castro. That's Molinar and Molinar. Twins to the left side. Hand it off and going on the left side. Actually, that is Encinias. And he's going to get back to the line, but no more before he's brought down. No gain. So 3rd and 10, and Lovington will take the timeout. We'll just keep it right here. Of course, don't forget we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Also, have a nice conversation courtesy of our friends at Bob's Thriftway. Our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation with Coach Gonzalez and Dawn Morgan as we head into the halftime report. So a beautiful night for football. Finally feeling like a fall out here, Dawn.
Finally, with 2 more games after this one to play in the regular season.
Of course, next week we will have an afternoon affair in Albuquerque, a 3 o'clock kickoff at Albuquerque Academy. I can't believe Academy doesn't have lights at their football stadium, but they don't. But it is a nice facility, if I remember correctly.
Okay. So we'll be there.
We certainly will. And then back here 2 weeks from tonight against Portales to wrap up the season. The regular season.
Right.
Because there will be playoffs involved. The Wildcat coaching staff trying to get the Wildcat faithful
That's right.
up and moving.
Calling for some crowd
calling
noise.
For some crowd noise, yeah. Right now the crowd a little bit frozen too, I think.
It's a little cool.
As they keep waving. It's cold in the booth. It's the wind coming in.
Right.
Lovington going to show blitz. Castro with Molinar on his left shoulder. Back to pass. Lets it fly, has a man, and adjusting and making the grab, and that one's to the 50, 40, 30, 25, 15, 10, 5, and nobody is going to get Encinias. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. Pardon me, that was McChristensen from 78 yards out, and just what Lovington didn't want to have happen, happened.
Yeah, with just, seconds, less than a minute on the clock, going into half. It's not what you want to do, is let him have a touchdown.
And Bernalillo will have the ball to start the second half. Mason McChristian with the 78-yard touchdown. Bernalillo's on the board, and again, Coach G puts his hands on his hips and just shakes his head. So the point after to come from Muriel Castro. He is the do-everything guy for these Bernalillo Spartans. High snap. Holder gets it down, but that one is going to be just kind of kicked off the bottom of the shoe. So the point after is no good. 52 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. We'll be back in 30. Wildcat football continues on KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Stadium as the Bernalillo Spartans have a big play, their biggest by far of the night, and it gets them into positive territory in the offensive yardage category, and it gets them on the board as they take it 78 yards to McChristian. The point after is no good. And so now it's a 7-point Wildcat lead, 52 seconds to go first half. Don Morgan Field side, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us tonight as Castro to boot it away. As he will pop that one up short. Lovington just needs to fall on it as hopping up and making the grab is Kyler Reeves. And now we've got a rugby scrum going on at the 34-yard line. Reeves should have just grabbed that and gone to the ground.
Well, it was a kind of a big, confusing mess, and he really wasn't able to go to the ground because he had so many players around him by that time, both Wildcats and Bernalillo defensemen. So
from the 33-yard line, 1st and 10, Lovington with one timeout, 45 seconds to work with. I think you take a couple of shots towards the end zone, and then I think you put it on the knee and you head into the locker room.
Yeah, maybe go for the big play.
Yeah, and if you don't,
in the end zone,
yeah, and if you don't get it, that's fine. As Wyatt will roll to the left side, throws it onto the sideline to DeMarcus Thompson, but he didn't have control of it as he goes out of bounds. So incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 2:46 through the air on 24 attempts for Wyatt Gomez. 2 touchdowns wiped out by holding calls. Or this would be a much different ball game. So 2nd and 10 from the Wildcat 33-yard line, 34 seconds to go here in the first half of play. A 7-point Wildcat lead, Twins left, Twins right. Good protection, Wyatt steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, has Gonzalez across the 50, and he is going to be wrapped up and dropped at the 48-yard line inside Bernalillo territory. 28 seconds to go. Let's see, there's 10. There's 21 yards on the completion to Cesar. He's got 57 yards. And on the hurry-up offense, Wyatt throws it, and that one is going to skip in and incomplete to Anson Marquez. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Their 8th first down of the first half.
Yep, the ball was
17 seconds to go here in the half. So Lovington trying to get that score back.
They are. They've got a few seconds left to work with here.
17 seconds to go and 1 timeout. And a penalty called on Bernalillo. So an offsides penalty called on the Spartans will give Lovington a free 5. Their 3rd penalty of the night for 11 yards. They have played extremely cleanly. So it'll be 1st and 5 after the Bernalillo offsides. Empty set in the backfield. Gomez calls for it, has it, blitz comes. Wyatt backpedals, now pressure, steps up. Now he's going to be flushed, rolls to the left. Let it fly, Wyatt, let it fly. Tosses it in and out of the hands of Ribeiro. Up at the 34-yard line, incomplete. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. That doesn't really matter. You've got 8 seconds to play.
Right.
I think you either try and get Thompson on the crossing route again, or you send everybody streaking up the field and just see if you can get it in the end zone. Those are your 2 options.
Right.
Get it in the hands of one of your playmakers and let them try and run it, or just shoot for the end zone. If I'm Bernalillo, I'm lining up at least 5 guys back about the 5. They're not going to do that. And I've always said there's a reason I'm up here. Back to pass. Wyatt throws it across the middle. It'll be complete into the hands of Kamanochoa, but at the buzzer, no, pardon me, that was Ribeiro. He's going to get it up to the 25-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 18 to Ribeiro, but the clock will expire on the first half. Lovington saying that they should have a half tick left on the clock.
I think that somebody called for timeout.
I think, yeah.
Yep, and they're going to put maybe a second or 2 on the, or it's just going to.
Yeah, they're going to say that there's probably 1 second left on the clock. And they're going to say as soon as the knee went down, they called timeout, which would give them basically 1 second on the clock. So Lovington will have 1 more down to take it 26 yards into the end zone.
That's right. Coach G was coming over, signaling to the scorekeeper upstairs and the clock keeper. Put that second on there.
That would be Coach Stephen McCraw, the Lady Cat softball coach.
Right.
We know Stephen very well. So 1 play left before the half, as Lovington got the timeout called before the clock expired. So they need to take it 26 yards to the house. It's another first down for the Wildcats, but that really does not matter at this point. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Olguin on the left shoulder. Good snap, back to pass. Gomez with it. Wyatt lets it fly into the end zone. Knocked away. The intended target, Zadrick Betancourt, but good coverage and knocked away by McChristian. And so incomplete. And it will be 13-6 as we head in to the halftime here at Wildcat Stadium. Of course, your Bob Swiftway coaches conversation coming up here in just mere moments. District opener for both of these squads. Of course, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up as Don Morgan with Coach G.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Don.
All right, up 7 points going into the half. Big defensive battle in the first half. You guys, able to put up 13 points on the offense. A couple of bad penalties at bad times. Turnover. What do you think about the first half?
I think offensively just a little bit sloppy. We're doing some things we don't typically do. Some penalties that have been called that, I question a little bit, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Defensively, we're playing our tails off right now. We got to come out here in the second half and establish running the football and then just make sure we stop killing ourselves in the foot.
All right, big message.
Finish.
Finish. Thanks, Coach.
You heard the man, Bob Swiftway, coach's conversation. Always a big thanks to Coach G for speaking with us at halftime and then after the game. And that's courtesy of our friends at Bob Swiftway, your local hometown grocery store right here in Lovington. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Wildcat football continues in a moment on KZOR. Welcome to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car and you know you're going to, be sure you get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go as the Big Blue Band with their contest performance out on the field. I understand they did extremely well in their recent contest, so congratulations to the Big Blue Band. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one as the Wildcats leading at 13-6 in the district opener against the Bernalillo Spartans. So for the Spartans, Uriel Castro in the first half goes 6 of 11 for 87 yards and 1 touchdown late. No interceptions. That touchdown coming to Mason McChristian, and that's by far their biggest play of the night. 87 yards through the air. On the ground, Diego Molinar is the only one of the Spartans in positive territory. He's got 7 yards on 6 carries. Uriel Castro has actually lost 12 yards, including an 11-yard sack. So you've got 86 through the air, -5 on the ground, just 81 total yards, and 78 of those coming on one single play with less than a minute to go in the first half. Bernalillo was whistled 3 times for 11 yards in that first half. No points in the first. They get 6 in the second. Only had 1 first down in the first half, and they did turn the ball over 1 time. For the Lovington Wildcats turning the page, it has been an air raid night for Wyatt Gomez. He goes 12 of 28 for 285 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. There was also an interception thrown, but that was by DeMarcus Thompson. So 285 total for the Cats. Thompson by far the leading receiver, 4 catches, 160 yards. He does have both of the Lovington touchdowns tonight. Cesar Gonzalez, 4 catches, 57 yards on the evening. He had a touchdown called back via penalty, and Elijah Bavero, 3 catches for 68 yards tonight. Alec Olguin has had a tough time on the ground, 9 carries, 29 yards. He did have a long touchdown run called back on a holding. That has kind of been the bugaboo for the Wildcats. So 285 through the air, 29 total on the ground is 300, and 4 yards total in the first half. Lovington, 4 penalties, 45 yards, but 2 of those penalties wiped touchdowns off of the board. Lovington got 13 points in the first half, none in the second. 9 first downs, so they're dominating in every single statistical category. They did have 1 turnover too, but other than that, dominating, just absolute domination in every category. But it's a 13-6 ball game, Dawn Morgan.
Well, that's really because they've had those penalties at the worst times, and they've, had the INT, they've had turnovers, and that's kept them down. And that coupled with the fact that Bernalillo has pretty much shut down their running game, and Bernalillo has been able to, keep Lovington from coming up and stringing any more of those big plays and getting on the board. So that's really the difference. And you can look back and see that Lovington was not able to capitalize on turnovers. Then they had their own turnover, and then the INT. They've just had the bad things happen at the worst times for them, just on the that have kept them from stretching this out and proving those statistics right. Bernalillo is proving them wrong.
Well, you're absolutely right, and a lot of credit to Bernalillo's defense. Yeah, you think, golly, 300 yards in the first half. They've got to just be absolutely running wild on them. They're really not. It has been the big plays, and credit to Bernalillo. They've made some adjustments to try and help knock down some of those big plays, and they did that. And then they got one of their own, which keeps them right in this ball game at 13-6. So we'll go ahead and take another timeout. Come back with your Napa Know-How keys to the second half. Wildcat football and your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show continue in a moment on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR. It is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show with Dawn Morgan Fieldside. I'm TJ Miracle, Brad Henderson alongside in the booth running the camera, Evie Stuber taking care of things back at One Radio Square. And some scores coming in from other Lee County games tonight. Down in Hobbs, it is the Hobbs Eagles looking to get back on the winning path as they are dominating Alamogordo right now 35-7 at the half in that one at Watson Stadium. The big matchup tonight, the much anticipated 2A matchup between Eunice and Jowl is at halftime at Cardinal Stadium, and Eunice right now is running roughshod on the Panthers, a 28-6 score at the half in that one. And one team out of the county tonight, that was Tatum. As Tatum, I hope they should probably be getting frequent flyer miles this year with having to go to Navajo Prep, and I think they had an Albuquerque game and had to go to Dulce last week and Clayton this week. Well, they've got a shootout there just before the half in that one, and Tatum 28, Clayton 26 in that one. So all those games available at HobbsAmerica.com for you. And we've got a good one here, a 13-6 score, Lovington in the lead, but dominating everywhere but on the scoreboard. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half, Dawn.
Lovington needs to come out and do and execute the way that they have, with the exception of the penalties, the turnovers, but come out and, I don't know that they're ever going to make inroads with the running game. Bernalillo just has shut them down. If they could get that avenue going, that would be great, but they have got to continue to put points on the board. And the defense has got to continue to do what they've been doing, is play pretty tough. But Lovington's got to do that without shooting themselves in the foot. But having said that, I mean, they have a 7-point lead going into the third quarter. Bernalillo with the ball to start the first half. Lovington's D is going to step up and have to be ready right away and try to stop them. And the more points that Lovington can try to get to increase their lead and put a little breathing room in there, the better it'll be.
Well, it certainly will. And as you mentioned, 2 touchdowns called back on holding penalties. And, that's why they got the runs there. There was a hold out there, and Alec Olguin had a big one called back. They did have a little bit of success when they started running the sweeps with Alec late in that first half. And Lovington has the speed. If they can get to the outside, they've got a chance, but they're going to have to get good, clean blocks to seal off that outside to give Ochoa and Olguin a chance to go. Credit where credit is due for Bernalillo. They gave Lovington was just absolutely destroying them over the middle. Little slants, little curls over the middle, and the Wildcats were just running wild with it. But Bernalillo made the adjustment and kept the Cats from continuing to do that. So offensively, find something that is going to work for you. Whether it's running, whether it's passing, do whatever you need to do. Defense, just do what you've been doing. You've given up one big play. That's it, one big play. The problem is you're only up by 7 points. So that one big play, if they have another one, well, we're looking at a potential tie game here. You've got to take that into account and into consideration. Special teams, you've got to try not to make any mistakes, and it's something that I harp on, and I've probably got Coach Butler and Coach Winder in the back of my head still screaming at me about stuff from 30 years ago. But if you have to go backward to get it and turn sideways, don't touch it. Because if you touch it and it gets by you, they are running forward, your guys are running backwards. Chances are it's not going to be good because they'll have it and have good field position. So if you can make the play, do it, but you've got to play smart. So for your special teams, I think that's what the keys to the second half is. Bernalillo has already come back out on the field to start their warm-ups.
It's a little cooler here.
Yeah, as it is cheerleader night, I guess, tonight, or little cheer camp tonight.
It's a combined cheerleader event tonight, and they ran a little mini cheerleader camp. I have to say, the band looking very sharp, proving why they took the big awards. They took a first, they took a second in one band competition, came back like a week or so later, and they took a first. They took several firsts, their flag corps, flag solo, the Big Blue Band as a whole with the Dark Realm program, and looking very sharp. And a lot of the band, several members are also. There were some football players in the band and some cheerleaders in the band, and there's some very busy, dedicated young people. They're going to an awful lot of practices and spending a lot of their outside classroom time on these events and working hard and looking good to show for it.
Well, they are, and the Big Blue Band has done a great job over the last couple years building that program up, and it's absolutely fantastic to watch and see them what they have done. And so, of course, congratulations again to the Big Blue Band as the little cheerleaders performing. The Bernalillo Spartans are over on the sideline. And there's going, hey, let's go, as the Wildcat coaching staff coming back out to start the second half. The officials coming back out. We will have the Wildcats, I'm sure, coming out of the tunnel here in just a few minutes as well, and we'll get the second half underway from here at Wildcat Stadium. So still anybody's ball game. Domination in the first half by Lovington, but not on the scoreboard. Lovington 13, Bernalillo 6. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the start of the second half. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrols the blue turf at Brian Urlacher Field. Brad Anderson runs our camera tonight, and Evie Stuber keeping everything up and running back at KZOR 1 Radio Square Central tonight. So the Cats out warming up. Bernalillo's been out for basically the last 5 minutes going, hey, let's play football here. And notice, Dawn, Coach G having a long word with the side judge, or that may be the back judge, before we get this underway. I think maybe he's asking him to keep an eye on something over there maybe.
Possibly. I don't know. Not being privy to that conversation, but anytime the coach does get the ear of one of the referees, it's usually, it is usually for that reason, unless, he just personally knows them.
Well,
but,
they may be just catching up. Candlesticks make great wedding gifts.
I think that's baseball.
I'm pretty sure that's baseball,
Yeah.
but they could apply to football, too. While we've got a minute, I'd like to say a big thank you to our friends at Eastern New Mexico University, CYA Trucking Insurance, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Stone Oil Field Services, Man Welding, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob Thriftway, Lovington Schools, and Lovington Auto Supply, making Wildcat football and sports possible from New Walmart Digital and 1 Radio Square Sports here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So Bernalillo football as we get this second half underway. If you're Lovington here, do you take the chance and kick it onside? We've known Coach G to do that before, Dawn.
That's true. I would not be surprised. I'd give it an even chance at that, at least.
So we will see what happens as the Wildcats heading out as Bernalillo going. No, they were lined up on the. They were thinking it was flipped around. No. Yeah, okay, yeah, we go back to this one, so, okay. So Lovington will be moving right to left, Bernalillo from left to right on your radio dial. It's the way it'll look on your television or your computer screen or your phone screen. As Caleb Aranda will tee it up at the 40, we'll kick it from the south to the north as we are ready to get underway here in the second half of action. District opener tonight. Lovington with a 7-point lead on the Spartans of Bernalillo. 13-6 is the score. A long time for the officials to signal ready to play. So here we go as Aranda going to march off his 7, 8, 9, 10 yards. Caleb gets a little bit more running room than some kickers. So he's ready to go. Checks his lines on both sides. Stutter step up to the line, and here we go. And it'll be a wobbler off of the bounce. And that one is going to bounce, but right back into the hands of McChristian. And he'll take it across the 25 to the 30, 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50. It is a foot race to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Going to the corner of the end zone, 10, 5. And out at the 1 yard line is Josh Barajas. Gets a good block and is gone. And for the second time tonight, the Wildcat special teams have let him down as it is a 90-yard return for Josh Barajas. And now Bernalillo is 1 yard away from getting this to just a 1-point ball game.
Ouch. Just the very thing that you don't want to do.
And we said you give up the big play, and what's the first thing that happens? A big play. So Lovington is just kind of a little bit in shock here. So first and goal from the 1 for Bernalillo. Molinar and Molinar are the deep backs. It's Castro going to go up under center. They're going to play big boy football. Hand it to Molinar on the right side, and he is going to be stonewalled short of the goal line as DeMarcus Thompson came out of nowhere and got the initial hit on Molinar. No gain, and it'll be second and goal from the 1. Oh, an absolutely fantastic job there by the Wildcats. So now second and goal from the 1. The Cat defense trying to bail out the Cat special teams. Under center, Castro just going to take it right over center, and he will be in for the 1 yard quarterback keeper, Uriel Castro, into the end zone, and it is now 13-12 in favor of the Wildcats. You've got to think that they're going to run the 2-point conversion here to take a 14-13 lead.
Well, we will see.
And now they will start the play clock, and yep, they will go for the 2-point conversion. Trying to take the 1-point lead. Less than a minute gone in the second half. Receiver in motion left to right. Back to pass. Castro going to the back corner of the end zone and knocked away at the last moment by Alec Olguin over there. So a 90-yard kickoff return is capped off by a 1-yard quarterback keeper by Uriel Castro. The point after is no good, but just like that, we got a whole new ball game, Dawn Morgan, as we keep it right here.
Do. Yes, it's again, this was a hard battle. The first half, that first half felt like it was a whole ball game long. You know, there was just so many different possessions, so many different things going on, so many things happened, you know, to both teams, and it was hard fighting.
Yes,
and
it
now
was.
Here we are, just barely into the third quarter, and we have an almost tie ball game, and Lovington has got to just kind of reset and get to doing some of the things we talked about at the halftime.
And you've got to think Bernalillo is feeling a little momentum. If you're Coach Cobos
Sure.
here, do you maybe try and keep that momentum going your way and do the onside? They did just do a little pop-up kick that kind of went into no man's land back around the 40-yard line. And if they do that again, it could be trouble as the ball blows off the tee. Castro going to have to reset that one.
I think it's just a wobbly tee. The wind is not blowing all that much here.
Yeah, I was going to say the flags are really not standing out a whole lot. Wind is still out of the south more or less. And that'll be a low line drive kick, and on the hop, Rivera will pick it up at the 15, to the 20, to the 25, comes near side to the 30, then back into the teeth of the Spartans to the 36-yard line. Pretty good return, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, now only leading by a point. So Gomez will bring his squad back out onto the field. As
Time for Lovington to do their thing, kind of get it fired up.
Absolutely, you want to do that. So the Cats will have it 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line, leading just by a point. Twins to the left side, 2 backs in the backfield in an I formation. Wyatt going to keep it himself, starts it right, and will get across the 40 to the 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 for Gomez on the quarterback keeper, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. I like that little play there, and I like the fact that Lovington is going to continue to at least try and run the ball, because if you can do that with any success, you control the clock too. Lovington going to come out and send 3 receivers to the left side. Olguin is the lone back in the backfield with Gomez. Low snap, Wyatt handles it, has time, back to pass, comes underneath. He has Thompson across the 45 to the 47-yard line. He's going to be very close to a 1st down, but he is going to be clocked about 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Mason McChristian putting the first hit on. It'll be a pickup of 6 and move the chains. 1st down, Lovington.
All right, nice. They really needed that.
Yes,
they did. It gives them a little breathing room, kind of get settled in, establish themselves, reestablish themselves here, and get some offense going.
10th 1st down of the ball game for the Wildcats. 10 minutes to go in the third, a 1-point Lovington lead. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Man in motion is Gonzalez. Handed off on the little delayed handoff to Olguin. He's got room. He's to the 40, to the 30. Ball is out, bouncing around on the turf, but coming through and making the stop and falling on it. Playing trailer, the Wildcats get a huge break there as move so I can see your number, young man. As that'll be Anson Marquez who got
22.
Who got it, but it's still a big gain, so that's going to be 10, 20, 30, 36 yards for Olguin and move the chains 1st down, and a little help from his friends. Anson Marquez with the fumble recovery.
So nice gain by Lovington, picking up momentum here.
From the 27-yard line inside Spartan territory, throws as he hits underneath. Gonzalez with it at the 20, gets out of a tackle at the 15 and is going to be knocked out at the 12. 15-yard completion and move the chains. 1st down Wildcats. 5th catch of the night for Cesar Gonzalez.
So important.
72 yards now for Gonzalez.
That's right.
And that will be 3:06 or 3:16, pardon me, now for Wyatt Gomez. No, just 3:06. Didn't carry the 1. I carried the 1 when I shouldn't have. 3:06 through the air for Gomez. That's still pretty impressive with 9:21 to go in the third. Bunch him in tight on the left side. Pitch it to Cameron Ochoa. He's got a head of steam, and he runs into a man at the 5 and inside the 5, and Dragon Spartans with him down to the 2-yard line. 11 yards for Cameron Ochoa. thunder and lightning may be back here at Wildcat Stadium, Dawn.
I think so. You know what I've noticed since they came out, since the offense came on the field, they're working quickly, but they're also being more physical. They're being more aggressive, more physical. I think maybe they heard
something tells me Coach G probably told them to get a little more physical.
Exactly.
And I imagine there was, well, Coach G doesn't normally curse, but good snap, and he faked the pitch, and they will hand off on the delay handoff. Cameron bounces out of one, bounces out of two, bounces into the end zone. That's 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, but a late flag before Cameron broke the plane. So let's see. It may be an inside hold. That little delayed handoff can often lead to a hold. You may have a personal foul on Bernalillo to where that came in, maybe a face mask. Cameron is a hard young man to bring down. And Bernalillo doing everything they could to keep him out. So waiting on the call as the officials talking about it, and they're going to pick the flag up and wave it off. So 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Cameron Ochoa takes it in from 2 yards out, and the Cats get the score back. They're up 19-12 now. So up to a 7-point lead for the Wildcats, the point after to come. So Lovington surrenders the early touchdown and then gets it right back.
So do you go for 2 here?
I kicked the field goal here.
All right. Try to just be
I just kicked the PAT.
Okay.
Kicked the point after touchdown, but they're lining up like they are going to go for 2. But that's actually smart because then it goes from an 8-point lead to a 9-point lead, which means it's 2 possessions.
True.
Which means a touchdown and a 2-point conversion do not tie the ball game.
However, there's a lot of football left to play. We have 8:44 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we still got 20 minutes plus of football to go here tonight. Lovington going to go for 2 to try and make this a 9-point ball game after they march the ball right down the field. And now we are going to have a flag as Coach Kobos is out almost at the hash mark on the 10, wanting an explanation of something.
Maybe he was wondering about the flag that got waved off. I don't know.
Maybe.
He's still barking about that.
He's not a happy man, but the score stays on the board. Lovington will come out to run a 2-point. Ochoa on the left shoulder of Gomez. Twins left, twins right. Man in motion, right to left. That is Gonzalez. Pressure comes. Throw it, and that one is going to be picked off. Nope, as Gomez going to keep it himself. Now he'll throw it and knocked away at the last minute, so it'll be a 7-point lead for the Wildcats, as that was a weird play that took a while to develop. With 8:44 remaining in the 3rd, it's Lovington 19, Bernalillo 12. We are back in 30 seconds on KZOR. The Wildcats march it down the field. It's a 65-yard touchdown drive capped off by a 2-yard big boy run from Cameron Ochoa on a delayed handoff right over the right tackle and into the end zone. The point after is no good, but Lovington up by 7, 19-12, 8:44 remaining in the 3rd. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium, Dawn Morgan Fieldside. Yes, ma'am, Dawn.
No, I was just saying I'm glad that Lovington is up by 7. I'd feel a lot better if they were up by 8.
Or 9.
Well, that would be nice, but as you said, sometimes it's better to take the one that's an almost sure thing.
Yeah, we failed on every single 2-point conversion we've tried tonight.
Yep. So
and that's 2 now.
Maybe if Lovington puts enough scores on the board,
it won't matter.
1 point, that 1 or 2 point, it's not going to matter.
So now it's up to the special teams who have had their problems tonight to see if they can get it together as Aranda will tee it up at the 40. As Caleb up, and he'll just squib this one. It'll be a little bouncer, and that one going to be disaster, but whistles sound and flags fly. I think we're going to have offsides on the Wildcats. I think they jumped a little bit trying to get to that short kick. But Caleb kicking that one into no man's land, and I like that call.
They're just going to...
They're going to move them back 5 yards for a false start. The official is not. Well, they're going to set it at the 40 again because I never saw a call from the Whitecap. But, yep, it'll be offsides on the Wildcats. So their fifth penalty for 50 yards on the night. So march them back 5 yards, and we'll try this one again. So it'll be a kickoff to come once again, but move them back 5 yards. Zaranda, the sophomore place kicker, going to check over with the sidelines to see what they want to do here. Coaching staff signaling, telling him what they're going to do. Josh Faith, the special teams coordinator, I'm sure, in his ear, letting him know what he needs him to do. Couple of Spartans back deep. Was Aranda. There's a huge hole about 10, 15 yards again, and they're going to kick it short on the near side this time, but that'll be fair caught. And that was the right play there for the Spartans as Anthony Willie with the fair catch call for, and that's the right play there. That's what you're supposed to do. So Bernalillo with pretty good field position will have it 1st and 10 with 8:44 to go here in the third. Spotted at the Spartan 42-yard line.
Ooh, ouch. Be nice to have pinned him back just a little further.
Trying the short kick to try and get him a little bit off guard. And, well, with the trouble that the special teams have been having tonight, I don't necessarily disagree with that. Molinar split backs in the backfield with Castro. Castro back to pass. Pressured, hit as he throws. Goes across the middle and overthrows his intended target. He was trying to get McChristian coming across the middle.
But I tell you, Cesar Gonzalez, Alec Olguin also, but Gonzalez, very close coverage on that, clean coverage.
He did, and it was a free run as Patrick Sanchez hit Castro just as he let that one fly. So Lovington got the pressure in. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Ball on the far hash mark. Twins left, twins right. Molinar, that's Diego Molinar, is the deep back with Castro. Good snap, Castro with it. Pressure comes, throws it, gets it to Molinar out of the backfield. He gets away from one tackle, gets away from two. Flags fly. Is Molinar going to push the pile right up to midfield? It's an 8-yard completion, but it's coming back. That is going to be a hold in the backfield. I have got a feeling it looked like one of these Spartans, and I saw the number. I will not call the young man out. Grabbed a hold of one of the Wildcats coming in as Alex Rivera was heck bent and determined to get a big hit on. And one of the linemen reached out and grabbed him. It will be a holding, 10 yards, move him back. And it'll be 2nd down and 20. So a penalty finally bites Bernalillo. That's just their 4th penalty of the night for 21 yards. They'd had an offsides and a false start before that, and then a false start on a point after, which you have to write down. It's a 1-yard penalty. So it'll be 2nd down and 20. For Bernalillo, trips to the right side. Lovington going to drop back. Looks like they're going to bring 5 on the blitz. Back to pass. Castro wants it all down the left side and overthrows his intended target as he was trying to get Kenneth Size. Oh, that was Willie going down the left side. That 8 and that 6 look a little bit similar from up here, but Lovington's pressure just getting to him too quickly. 3rd down and 10 for Bernalillo.
Yep, I believe that's Anthony Willie.
Number 8, you are correct. You have better eyesight than I do.
I'm just a little closer.
That's true, you
but
are.
It was on the far side of the field, not a lot closer.
So it'll be 3rd down and 20. 8:10 remaining here in the third. 19-12, Lovington hanging on to a 7-point lead against a very game Bernalillo team. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right side. Molinar is the deep back. Rolling to the right is Castro. Has time, comes across the middle, and that one is going to be picked off almost. As in and out of the hands of Alec Olguin. He had it but could not hold on to it, so Olguin breaking it up, incomplete. It'll be 4th down and punt time.
Great coverage on McChristian, the intended target of that pass.
So now it'll be Gutierrez going back deep to receive. And again, if it is over your head, Jaden, just let it go. Let your offense take care of it. Of course, the Cats are definitely an aggressive squad all around. Uriel Castro to punt it away. High snap, and that one is going to be blocked, and the Cats are going to pick it up as coming in, getting the hand on it.
Sanchez.
As Patrick Sanchez, Elon Clayton, one of them got it, and then grabbing that football was DeMarcus Thompson, who is having the game of his life. The blocked punt. Actually,
Nice.
Patrick Sanchez. So Patrick Sanchez got the recovery, and the Cats are having a ball game, and now they get another turnover. That will officially be a turnover in the books, and they will have it 1st and 10 from the Bernalillo 24-yard line.
Nice. Good work. They got to capitalize on this, though.
Yes,
Got
they
to
do.
Fix those mistakes from the first half and put it in the end zone after this good break.
Single receiver to the right side. Back to pass as Wyatt guns it underneath, and that one is going to be complete across the 15 down to the 13-yard line to Gonzalez. A 10-yard completion and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
That was a nice move. Gonzalez had to slide forward to get that. It was just caught just barely before he hit the turf.
Give him 9 3/4 yards officially. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And again, I do all my stats in pins, so I'll have to. They'll get the first down. Hand it off to O'Gean. He gets a block, goes right side, and then a horse collar. Yes, he did. Reaching up and grabbing him. Brian Puente rips him down. It'll be a pickup of 2 for Alec, but you will be tacking on half the distance to the goal from there on the horse collar. Move the chains. First down, Lovington. Face mask on, so not the horse collar, but they get the face mask. Question is it the 5-yarder or is it the half the distance to the goal line?
Right.
Well, if it's a personal foul face mask, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, they're going to say it was an unintentional face mask.
Okay.
So that'll give Lovington tack 5 yards onto the end of it. There's 2 kinds of face masks. There's kind of the unintentional face mask.
Right.
Then there's the personal foul face mask, where you basically use it as a handle. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats from the 7-yard line. Bunch them in tight. Fake the handoff to O'Gean. Toss it out to Thompson, and he is going to jump into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats as he goes over Sean Armijo and into the end zone. 7 yards out. DeMarcus has his 3rd touchdown of the night, and the Cats have put 6 more on the board.
And this time they did what they needed to do. They took that gift that they had worked for and helped make happen, helped create, and they capitalized on it. And that is what you want to see. It feels like they've really got great momentum. And, of course, up on the scoreboard. And this
now
is
back up by 13, yeah.
Yeah.
Kick the point after.
Please.
And now the officials are talking because DeMarcus did have a little leap, and you're not supposed to do that. They're going to say he did it to avoid a collision, but you are not supposed to in NFHS football rules. You cannot hurdle anymore. Still perfectly legal in Texas, but not here in New Mexico.
Yeah, it was so late. I think he did it. He did it to avoid basically kicking the guy in the head, and that's what would have happened.
Yeah, and Coach Kobos is over, and he is barking on the far sideline, and I think the officials have decided that was done not to get the touchdown, but to avoid a head, basically a potential head injury for his squad. That's the only explanation I can think of because I saw him jump, and I thought, uh-oh. Because that is a personal foul.
It would have injured both of them.
Yeah.
That would have been a painful and very unfortunate.
And you don't want to lose. If you're Lovington, you don't want to lose Thompson. And if you were, and he jumped over Molinar. If you're Bernalillo, you don't want to lose Molinar. So the point after to come from Aranda. Good snap, and the kick is up and going to be partially blocked, but false start on Lovington. So that'll move them back 5 yards. So that's good because Bernalillo got good pressure on that one. So Lovington will get another opportunity because they blew the play dead before the kick got off. 7:06 to go in the third quarter. 25-12. Lovington in the lead by 13, trying to make it 14. So Aranda now will set up at the 15-yard line. It'll be the equivalent of a 25-yard field goal for the point after touchdown. Low snap. Alec gets it down, and putting it through is Caleb, and it is good. With 7:06 remaining in the third, Lovington 26, Bernalillo 12. Wildcat football returns in 1 minute here on Z94, KZOR Hobbs Lovington. The Wildcats take advantage of a blocked punt, and it is 7 yards from Wyatt Gomez to DeMarcus Thompson. The point after is good, and Lovington has stretched this back out to a 14-point lead with just a couple ticks over 7 minutes to go in the third. I'm TJ Miracle high above the blue turf. In the box here at Wildcat Stadium, Don Morgan patrols Brian Urlacher Field. As Caleb Aranda to kick it away, and he will try the onside this time. It is going to bounce. Lovington gets it on the fly, and after 10 yards, and Lovington will have the football. Cameron Ochoa grabs it, and Lovington is turning the heat up on Bernalillo. That was a beautiful kick by Aranda. Kicked it where nobody but his guys and his gunners could get to it. Lovington football.
Textbook. Absolute perfect execution right there.
Yes, it was.
That makes up for a lot of stumbles, special team stumbles earlier. This is awesome. It's going to turn out to be hopefully, a tale of two halves here with Lovington slogging it out in the first half. But, man, catching momentum here, stretching it out.
From the Bernalillo 46, send a man in motion right to left. That is Hanson Marquez. Good snap, Wyatt with it, has time, comes back across the middle, has Rivero at the 30, gets around one and puts a big shoulder into McChristian and steps out at the 25-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 21 yards to Elijah Rivero and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
You know, we're seeing more. I mentioned before about noticing a big difference in not just energy and attitude, but physicality by this Lovington, especially the offense, but both offense, defense, and they have stepped it up.
From the 26-yard line, first down and 10 for the Wildcats, knocking on the Spartans' red zone once again. Already up by 14, trying to add to it. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, I formation in the backfield with the pistol formation. Hand it off, and nope, fake it and throw it across the middle on the quick slant, but whistles sound, offsides, nope, false start on Lovington. They were trying to move fast and just got moving a little too fast that time. So moving back 5 yards, first and 15. Penalties can really mess with your momentum.
This one
as it's going to be a shuttle service, looks like, for Bernalillo as they are taking off. Yeah, they're 4 linemen and putting in 4 replacements.
Fresh legs out there.
As coming into the game, Cameron Ochoa will check in as Elijah Rivero checks out. 26-12, Lovington up by 14, getting their third turnover credited to the ball game and trying to punch it in. Now from the 31-yard line inside Bernalillo territory. Twins to the right side, split backs in the backfield. Fake the handoff, blitz comes. Wyatt running for his life, throws it underneath, has a man. That is going to be Olguin, and he's going to step out at about the original line of scrimmage. He came across the formation and gets it. It'll be a 5-yard pickup to Olguin. So Alec, that's his first catch of the night to go along with 11 runs, and it'll be second down and 10.
Yep, good to see Olguin with positive yardage here. And this just may be the sparked up Lovington offense that we want to continue to see.
As Elijah Rivero will check back in, Cameron Ochoa checks out on a second down and 10. You might want to think about that little fake handoff and then just get Rivero coming right through the slot on that just little bitty quick pass. Bunch everybody in tight. Back to pass. Gomez, blitz comes, throws it off the back foot, down the right sideline. That one is up for grabs and almost picked off. It'll be incomplete, but a dangerous ball put up. So incomplete, and it'll be third down and 10. The line let him down a little bit that time as the blitz got to Wyatt. Having to run for his life on a rollout to the right. Olguin's going to check out. So third down and 10, ball spotted at the 26-yard line, deep inside Bernalillo territory. If you're Lovington, you want to cash points in on this possession. You almost need to. 14 doesn't feel comfortable.
Nope.
20 or 21 or 22 feels a lot better. Trips receivers to the left. It'll be Ochoa in the backfield with Wyatt. Gomez back to pass. Now the protection going to break down. Comes near side. We've got a flag that's going to fly, and it's complete. Out for about another 5-6 yards, but we got a hold in the backfield. It'll be coming back.
Bernalillo has launched their own, aggressive defense attack against this momentum that Lovington's built up.
Yes, they have. That'll be the 4th hold of the ball game on the Wildcats, and it'll move them back 10 yards, so it'll go from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 20.
It's twice now that the pressure is brought to bear, and that Gomez has just barely gotten loose of the ball under really intense defensive pressure coming at him.
So it'll be 3rd down and 20 to go. 6:27 to go in the 3rd as this ball game is kind of ground to a halt as far as clock ticking time. So Lovington facing a 3rd and 20. Back from the 31-yard line. From the shotgun, blitz look from Bernalillo. Wyatt with time as the blitz gets picked up. He lets it fly down the far sideline and knocked away. This puts up a dangerous one as Nathan Insanius goes up, and he looked like he was actually the intended target there. The intended target was Cesar Gonzalez, but it'll be incomplete. And so that'll set up a 4th down and 20, and Lovington is going to go for it.
All right. So Ryan Weiser comes in, and let's see,
That's
Rivero
Rivero
comes
coming
out.
out. So you might see a quick kick here. That is a possibility, and try and pin them back deep in their own territory. Lovington is going to line up, though. They'll put Weiser in the slot on the right, Thompson by himself to the left. He's going to work against Doss by himself. That may be a matchup you want to exploit. Back to pass. Gomez with time. Flings it across the middle. Going for Thompson. He's got it at the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 36 yards to Marcus Thompson. Has his 4th touchdown of the night, and the Cats cash in the onside kick.
How did DeMarcus manage to catch and hang on to that? He was in the middle of a Bernalillo sandwich with hands all over him and around him, and I don't know how Gomez threaded the needle and DeMarcus found the ball, caught it, and then actually a couple of Bernalillo guys kind of rolled him over closer and into the end zone.
They did, and that's his 7th catch of the night, 209 yards. The point after is up, and it is good. With 6:05 to go in the 3rd quarter, Lovington 33, Bernalillo 12. We're back in 1 minute. Wildcat football continues on KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Stadium in Brian Urlacher Field, a 36-yard touchdown strike on a 4th down and 20 play from Wyatt Gomez to DeMarcus Thompson. The point after is good, and the Wildcats cash in an onside kick and go up by 21 points, 33-12. Hard to believe that just about 3 minutes of clock time ago, this was a 1-point ball game.
Yeah.
As Caleb Aranda up to kick it away, and he'll kick it a little bit deeper this time. That one going to bounce at the 10. That is a live ball. Bernalillo going to pick it up at the 12. Coming back to the 15 in Lovington. Good coverage that time is Anson Marquez. That's Cameron Ochoa on the coverage that time, taking down Josh Barajas, telling Barajas, you're not getting another 90-yard pluser on us, young man. So that'll pin Bernalillo back deep. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line.
It is amazing how long this game is taking to play.
Yes, it is, as we click down and just a little after 9 o'clock.
And we've still got, we've got a quarter and a half almost to play.
Yes, we do. We've still got 18 minutes of clock time to go. Bernalillo playing from behind is going to be passing for the most part. They're going to send trips to the right. And if they're not completing them, that takes a long time as whistles sound. And again, this game has begun to drag just a little bit. And offsides on Lovington. Trying to anticipate the snap count and got a little bit antsy there. 9 penalties, 75 yards on the Wildcats, and give the Spartans a free 5. Hand it off to Molinar, and he is going to be hit behind the line and dropped as Lovington shot the gap. Very good that time. Waiting for the number to come through, and that'll be Kyler Reeves on the stop. They're going to give him forward progress of a yard, and so it'll be 2nd down and 4. Kyler shot up from his linebacker position and came right through and put the big boom on Diego Molinar. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Clock moves with 5:25 to go here in the third. Send 3 receivers to the right side. Molinar is the deep back with Castro. Lovington going to bring pressure, and they'll do a little pitch out to the near side to McChristian, who's got good speed. He's across the 30, 35 to the 40, 45 down the sideline, gets past the Cats, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he will take it into the end zone for Bernalillo, 80 yards to the house for Mason McChristian on the pitch out. And Bernalillo answers right back and makes this a 33-18 ball game.
Well, you know, we had just talked about how much time and how much football there is left to play in this game, and Lovington can't afford to feel let down. They can't let down. They can't ease up. They can't feel like, you know, they're bulletproof, because there's a lot of game left to play, and Bernalillo obviously isn't going home yet.
No, they're not. I mean, they're not the number 6 team in the state for nothing.
Lovington just cannot relax and ease up. They've got to continue to just really be aggressive.
And Bernalillo going to go for 2, try and get this to a 13-point ball game. Going to send twins left, twins right. Molinar is the deep back. Send a man in motion from left to right. Find McChristian as back to pass and throwing off the back foot and wide open as Lovington lost the other Molinar. That's Mario Molinar. So the 2-point conversion is good. With 4:59 remaining in the third quarter, it's Lovington 33, Bernalillo 20. We're back in a minute on KZOR. McChristian on a pitch out takes it 80 yards to the house. The 2-point conversion to Molinar is good, and now Castro will kick it away. It is going to be a short kick off of the bounce, picked up by Ribeiro. He takes it at the 25, out to the 30, gets a block, 35 to the 40, steps out of a tackle, still on his feet at the 42, still fighting, and finally Bernalillo going to bring him down at the 43, make it the 44-yard line. So now if you are Lovington, can you go into a ball control offense mode?
And try to eat some clock while you move forward. Only if you can keep the chains moving. Don't stall out and keep your momentum while playing, you know, very carefully. Lovington likes to just go for it. They're not
they are not a finesse team. That is true.
Team. Mm-hmm.
Not
usually.
Generally.
Yeah.
Low snap, Wyatt handles it. Good protection. Now it's going to break down. He comes near side, directs traffic, throws it underneath, tries to get it to Thompson, and he is going to have it. It'll be good for 12 and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Nice.
So another 12 yards to DeMarcus Thompson. 297 through the air now for Wyatt Gomez, and 221 of those, 297 to DeMarcus Thompson.
But when you're 13 points up on the clock, here's what you can do. You can trade touchdowns now all night long and still win.
That's true. You certainly can. They'll hand it off and up the middle. Olguin, he gets through the first level, breaks out of first contact, crosses the 35 over the right tackle, and brings it out to the 32-yard line. Pick up a 12 for Alec and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
Yeah, and if it weren't for McChriston, he had another little, open glimmer of daylight to be able to exploit there. But
McChriston has kept Bernalillo in this ball game, especially on offense, but his defense cannot be overlooked either. Clock continues to move, under 4 minutes to play. 1st and 10 for Lovington from the Bernalillo 32. 3 receivers to the right side, Thompson by himself to the left. High snap, Gomez handles it, quick throw, gets it to Gonzalez, across the 30 to the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 to Cesar. And it'll be 2nd down and 6, give him 5 officially. So 3:02 now through the air for Wyatt. 87 of those to Gonzalez. So 2nd down and 5. Clock continues to move with 3:15 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, as we have had a back and forth affair. Lovington up by as much as 21. Bernalillo, though, refusing to go away. Twins to the right side, a single receiver to the left. Send a man in motion, that is Thompson. Fake the pitch to Thompson as McChriston comes, and they'll dump it out of the backfield.
Beautiful.
That is going to be to Anson Marquez, and he's going to get 3 yards out of it.
Nice little floater, and that was good work by Gomez, just looking around, spotting him, knowing that he was open. He could float a little pass to him and, get some positive yards out of that.
Yeah, pull 3, and so that'll make it a 3rd down and 2 to go for the Wildcats. And again, he stays in bounds, so that keeps the clock moving. The clock is the Wildcats' friend now.
It is. So they can afford to be a little more deliberate, take a little more time than normal, without losing that spark and that energy and that momentum they have.
And they will pitch it. Olguin on the right side sweep. He gets past the first level, breaks out of first contact, crosses the 20, and out to about the 17-yard line. And it'll be good for 7 yards to Alec and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Their 17th first down of the ball game.
Yeah, and that's just what they need to do. Just keep the chains moving and, don't worry. Take as much time off the clock as they can.
Yeah, and that's definitely what you want to do. Olguin now 13 carries, 86 yards.
Keep the ball, hang on to it, and keep it out of the hands of the Bernalillo offense for as long as you can.
And inside the Bernalillo red zone from the 18-yard line. High snap, and they'll just pitch it to Thompson. And not much room there for DeMarcus as he bounced off the first hit, but Gabriel Trujillo stays with him and will bump him down. He gets back to the line, no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Under 90 seconds to play in the 3rd. Hey, DeMarcus has done everything else tonight. See if he can run it while you're at it. And they tried that time on the little pitch, and, it didn't go anywhere. Trujillo stayed home and was like, I think I've seen this play before. They have run it a couple of times this season.
Yeah, the only thing DeMarcus hasn't done is, take off the Wildcat and put on the black and white, ref shirt down there on the field. So it's the only thing he hasn't done right now.
Just about. I'm pretty sure he was in the band, too. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Hand it to Olguin right up the middle, and Alec going to just push forward, and he's going to wind up inside the 15, down around the 14-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 4 for Alec, and so it'll be 3rd down and 6 to go for the Wildcats. Under 35 seconds to play now. Lovington will have to run one more play in this 3rd quarter. But now doing a little ball control offense, leading by 13. Dwight gets the play in from the sideline and the offensive coaching staff.
The only danger is slowing things down too much and losing your momentum.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. As Josh Bailey, I'm sure, send it in, and now
very
they'll toss
nice.
it out. And is to DeMarcus Thompson.
Yep,
Guess
DeMarcus.
who? On the wide receiver screen, and DeMarcus will take it 15 yards to the house. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 5th TD of the night for DeMarcus Thompson.
Woo-hoo.
236 receiving yards for DeMarcus and 5 touchdowns.
You know, it's really nice that Gomez has so many good targets tonight. He's had really, it's great because I think Bernalillo really doesn't know always who he's going to go to because he's had some good receptions from a number of carriers tonight.
Yes, he has, and DeMarcus Thompson has done the most damage. 320 through the air now for Wyatt Gomez as the kick from Miranda is up, and it is good. So with that touchdown.
My coda to that was going to be, but of course his favorite target and best scorer tonight has been DeMarcus by far, but he's had a lot of opportunity to go to other guys for gains.
Yes, he has. So 40-20, now a 20-point lead for the Wildcats. We'll just keep it right here. There's only 4 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Say a big thanks to our friends at Eastern New Mexico University, CYA Trucking Insurance, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, the Lovington Schools, and Lovington Auto Supply, making it possible for us to bring you Wildcat Sports here on KZOR 94.1 FM in Lee County in West Texas and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel all over the world. Bring that video to you free of charge, unlike a lot of folks who want to charge you $13-14 a game just to watch your kids. We don't agree with that, so we do not charge you, thanks to those great sponsors. With Don Morganfield's side, I'm TJ Miracle, Brad Henderson along, up in a nippy booth tonight as the temperatures continue to fall as that front moves through. I know it's a little cold down on the field for Don, too. Evie Stuber in studio, warm and cozy, engineering and producing. So Aranda going to tee it up, and here we go as he will kick this one away, and that's a good one, and that one is going to get past everybody, and Baraja's going to have to pick it up back at the 10. It's a scramble drill, and he'll bring it out to the 20. Flags flying as the gun sounds on the third quarter. We may have an illegal block in the back here, but we will see. They're asking Bernalillo what they want to do. If it's on Lovington, they could force a re-kick, I think. So we're waiting on the call before we take the break. Still waiting on the Whitecap to tell us what's going on. And it'll be personal foul. Shot to the head on Bernalillo. And so that'll be half the distance to the goal on Bernalillo. When we come back, they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 10. Lovington 40, Bernalillo 20. Wildcat football continues in 1 minute. Welcome back. Fourth quarter time from here at Wildcat Stadium. District opener, Lovington doubling up on Bernalillo 40-20 as Coach Kobos came out after the personal foul headshot penalty was called on his team, and he has been on the side judge, the back judge, and now the Whitecap. At one point, he was out basically in the middle of the field, and I think finally the ref just told Coach Kobos, Coach, go to your sideline and sit down and hush, or we're going to give you one of those strikes that the NMAA is talking about. So it's half the distance to the goal from the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Bernalillo 10. As this has been anything but an easy game for the Wildcats. Bernalillo coming to play, and something tells me, I've got this little thought in the back of my head, that we may see this Bernalillo team again down the road. I could be wrong, but something tells me we could, and I'm not sure we would want to. So Bernalillo come out 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Castro sends a man in motion, sends him way deep, hand it off to McChristian, and they try the jet sweep on the outside once again. McChristian going to pick up 8 yards. Got to be aware of that. That kid can do it all. McChristian, 2 carries, 88 yards. You got to like a 44-yard per touch average for that kid, and actually it's higher than that if you count his 1 catch for the night, which was for 78 yards. So that's 160 yards on 3 touches. 16 divided by 3 is what? He's averaging more than 50 yards a touch, I can tell you that, about 53 yards a touch. Split backs in the backfield, Molinar and Molinar. Twins to the right side, single receiver to the left. Trying the hard count, Castro. Lovington shows blitz. Now they back out of it. Low snap. Castro picks it up off the turf. Gonna get flushed. Comes near side, looking to pass. Lets it fly under the middle and just bounces it in to Sean Armijo as good pressure put on by Valente Herrera. Also in on the chase was Alex Rivera. So they're going to come over and take a quick breath, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 to go for Bernalillo. Clock stops on the incompletion, 11 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lovington up by 20, but Bernalillo not going away, and they've proven they can put the big play out there. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Man in motion is McChristian. He'll set him up at the right side, make that the left side. Tight end position. Now they're going to send another man in motion. They will pitch it out. Coming this time to Molinar. He crosses the 20 out to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 6-yard gain for Diego Molinar, and it'll be just the, I can't believe I'm getting ready to say this, the 2nd first down of the night for Bernalillo.
Amazing.
That is very amazing.
Well,
they've gotten their scores
quickly.
on big plays.
Yeah, on big plays, on their first possession or 2. So that's crazy.
So move the chains for Bernalillo at their own 26-yard line, out of the shadow of their own goal post. Twins left, twins right. Lovington going to show blitz once again. Now they back out of it. That's going to be Elon who shows blitz, and they get to him, and they are going to rip him down back at the 16-yard line. As he dropped way back on that one. Let's see, that's going to be 5. That's going to be a 9-yard sack. 2nd sack of the night for the Wildcat defense, and it'll be 2nd down and 19.
Nice work.
Elon Clayton showed blitz, and they adjusted to stop Elon. Well, when they did that, they forgot that Jaden Bosquez was still up there on the line, and he came through, got the initial hit, and then cleaning him up was Patrick Sanchez coming off the end. So that'll be 2nd down and 19 after the sack. Going to split Molinar out wide to the right side this time. Back to pass. Pressure comes again. Hits as he throws, and incomplete. Dangerous ball put up. Nathan Encinias has to climb the ladder to try and get it, and just as he touches the ball, Anson Marquez gets there. It'll be incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 19.
Nice work by the defense here.
Yes, it has been. Other than McChristian tonight, it has been hard going for Bernalillo's offense. That McChristian, though, he is a beast. Twins to the right side, single receiver to the left. They put a tight end on that right side. Try and stop the corner blitz with Thompson. Looks like he's coming in on that side. So 3rd down and 19, passing down, rolling to the right. Flag out on the play, stepping up, stepping away, and another down goes Castro, and we are going to have a flag on the play. The sack will be credited to Francisco Areola if it stands. If it's a hold on Bernalillo, I decline it and make it 4th down and 23. False start on Bernalillo. You can't decline a false start because the play wasn't supposed to happen anyway. Darn it.
All right.
So it'll go from 3rd and 20 to 3rd and 25. So 3rd and Tatum, basically, or rather 4th and Tatum. Nope, Lovington declined it. I didn't think they could do that. So, hey, it'll be a sack in the books for Areola. So it's 4th down and a long way to go, and punt time for Bernalillo.
I think they're going to put 4th and 19 on the board.
That's probably about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4th and 19. We'll call it that. As Lovington going to shift around on the line, is a lot of confusion with 3, with 2, with 1. High snap, Lovington comes. They get it again. It is going to be blocked, but it is punted right into the hands of one of the Bernalillo Spartans. But Alec Olguin will take it away from him and
Anthony
fall
Willie
on it. So another block. Second block punt of the night for the Wildcats special teams, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the Bernalillo 28-yard line.
Now we're talking.
Now we are talking.
As Loving just needs to hang on to the ball. Don't cough it up. Don't turn it over. Just, hang on to it. The longer the Wildcats have it, that means it's not in the hands of the Bernalillo offense. And if they could manage to get another score, put it on the board, and try to put even more distance between them and Bernalillo at this point, that's great too.
Yes, it is. So Lovington will come out. They'll send 3 receivers to the left, a single receiver to the right. Send a man in motion left to right. That is Gonzalez. And it'll be Wyatt just keeping it himself on the quarterback keeper. Gets out of a tackle at the 20. Stiff arms a man at the 15. Pushes away from another one, and he'll step out at the 15 as he just bodied off Nathan Insanias. It'll be 13 yards on the quarterback keeper for Wyatt Gomez and move the chains. 1st down, Lovington.
Is that the first quarterback keeper of the night?
That is
him?
his second.
Second, all right. I knew we had.
Actually, third, I'm sorry.
Oh, third. Well, they haven't pulled it very often.
No, they have not.
I mean, we're 9 minutes left to play in this game, and that's just the third.
But unfortunately,
keeper.
there is a flag on the play. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. And so wipe that keeper off of the books. And it will be a holding penalty on the Wildcats. And so it happened late in the play. 10th penalty of the night on Lovington for, that is 85 yards. So reset 1st down. It'll be 1st down and 11 officially. They should start, well, he stepped out, so that means the clock stops. So 1st and 11, ball spotted at the 30-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That's Betancourt by himself down to the right side. Handed off to Alec Olguin, and he goes right into the middle of the Bernalillo offense. And Molinar basically sits on him, and Lee Miller comes up and puts a big hit on him too. Alec going to wind up with a yard on the carry, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
They just really need to move the chains forward here, and they can take a couple, 3 plays to do it, take more time off the clock, but don't want to get them stalled out, especially since they're knocking on the red zone here.
Yeah, I mean, still a lot of football to play, and you have a 20-point lead. That is 3 scores.
Bernalillo
capable of the big play. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Rolling right is Gomez. Wyatt keeps it, points it, directs it, tosses it, and incomplete as he was under intense pressure and got clocked just as he let it fly by Gabriel Trujillo. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. The defense and the special teams combined have forced 4 turnovers tonight on Bernalillo. Just 1 for Lovington on an ill-advised flea flicker. Statue of Liberty reverse kind of thing. Way back in the 1st quarter. And so it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. So Lovington going to come back up to the line. This has not been an easy game. Lovington went up to Bernalillo last year and pretty much took it to the Spartans, and Ribeiro jumps. He saw the blitz coming and thought it was going to be a quick snap. Instead, he'll jump off sides, so that'll be 5 yards against the Cats, and it'll go from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 15. Move it back outside the 30, and that pretty much takes out a field goal range too. So take it back out to the 33, because that'd be 43. That'd be a 50-yard field goal, and while Aranda, I think, has the leg for that, I don't think that's going to be the greatest idea in the world.
To convert. Got to get a 1st down here.
So 3rd down and 15 to go. 8:26 remaining in the ball game. Empty set in the backfield. Wyatt with it, has time. Steps up in the pocket, hits as he throws it underneath.
Yes.
Has Betancourt at the 10, to the 5. Zadrick stretches out to the 2-yard line. It's 31 yards to Zadrick Betancourt and move the chains. First and goal, Cats.
Remember what I said about just a wealth of targets and, a possibility receivers tonight, and it's been great.
As they continue to roll the clock, the Whitecap was emphatically telling them roll the clock. So we click down to 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. Lovington has it first and goal from the 2-yard line. 31-yard completion to Zadrick Betancourt, his first catch of the night, and it's a big one. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Empty set in the backfield. Send Olguin in motion right to left. As keeping it himself, designed quarterback keeper, and nothing doing there. It's an 8-yard loss.
Yeah, gave it to Jaden Gutierrez.
Oh, they gave it to Jaden.
Yeah.
So, well, Terrence Pino hits him like he knew exactly what was coming. So Jaden Gutierrez, his first catch, or rather his first carry of the night, goes for -8. And it'll be second and goal from the, well, they're going to -6. So it'll be second and goal from the 8-yard line. I knew there was an 8 in there somewhere. So might want to just take that play and wad it up and throw it away again. Another one of those to maybe not ever think about again. So now they'll come out with Olguin on the right shoulder. Wyatt back to pass. Olguin picks up the blitz. Good. Throwing it underneath, and Marquez scoops it, but scoops it off of the turf. Incomplete. And it looked like he got a little help from the turf from up here.
Yep.
So it'll be incomplete and third and goal from the 8-yard line. Now, this is a situation where you might consider and think about the field goal if you don't convert here.
True.
It's from the 8-yard line. You'd be looking at 18. You'd be looking at approximately 25 yards for the field goal. As they are waving off. Back to pass. Blitz comes. Olguin picks it up again. Wyatt flushed right side. Lets it go off of his back foot. Back of the end zone and caught. Cesar Gonzalez from 8 yards out. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, as getting exploded was Wyatt Gomez by Terrence Pino. But somehow, some way, Cesar Gonzalez climbs the ladder in the back corner of the end zone and gets the 8-yard touchdown pass.
That was amazing. I was wincing because I could see the sack coming on Gomez, and I was already feeling the pain for him. And when he let loose of the ball, and then I thought, oh no, it's a high kind of wobbler, and it's coming down, and that was miraculous.
Snap is good. The kick is up. It's a sidewinder, but finds its way through the left upright. And with 6:20 to go in the ball game, Lovington stretches it to a 47-20 lead. We're back in 1 minute. Wildcat football continues on KZOR. 8 yards on a wing and a prayer from Wyatt Gomez to Cesar Gonzalez. The point after is good, and Lovington jumps it out to a 27-point lead with 6:20 to go in the ball game. You think 27 points up, boy, this hadn't been much of a game, but this has been a battle royale tonight from the blue turf at Brian Urlacher Field. As Aranda will kick it away, moving from the left to the right. It's a high end over ender. It is going to be fielded by Encinias at the 15. Brings it out to the 20. Little stutter step at the 25. Looking for some room. Gets a block out to the 28-yard line. Still on his feet across the 30 and out to the 33-yard line before the Wildcat special teams finally able to bring him down. Elon Clayton cleans him up finally with some help from Elijah Rivero, but Bernalillo has made their living tonight on special teams, but now they've only got half the quarter to go to try and get back into this one, Dawn Morgan.
Yeah. 8 left to play in this game, and it is getting noticeably chillier down here. It's a good thing that the wind is not blowing very much.
And we've got a hold at the end of the play on Lovington, so you're going to tack 10 more onto the end of it.
Uh-oh.
13th penalty on the night for 100 yards even against the Wildcats. They are definitely going to have to clean that up before we head to Albuquerque next Friday afternoon. Yeah, much cooler. They're showing 55 degrees from the weather service here in Lovington. So Bernalillo, after the 10-yard penalty, moves all the way out near midfield. And the handoff to Molinar, and he's going to take it right into the teeth of the Lovington defense. And he'll get it to the 50-yard line, so he's going to pick up 2 yards. Molinar has had a rough go of it tonight. 16 yards on 10 carries. Bernalillo going to start picking up the pace a little bit, you've got to think here. So 2nd down and 8. Twins left, twins right. Molinar is the deep back behind Uriel Castro. Send a man in motion. That's McChristian from right to left, and a jump on the line. False start on Bernalillo. Yes, it is. That'll be their 7th penalty of the night for 46 yards. And it'll go from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 13. Of course, don't forget, coming up next Saturday afternoon, a matinee affair from Albuquerque Academy High School. Game 2 of the district slate. So that'll be 3 o'clock next Friday night. Of course, we got to get through this Friday night first. So 2nd down and 13 after the 5-yard false start penalty. Clock continues to move, 5:20 remaining. Going to put everybody in tight, split backs in the backfield, and flags fly, and letting it fly is Castro wanting it all, and that one knocked away at the last second by Jaden Gutierrez. I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's going to be offsides on the Wildcats. Nope, it's going to be false start on Bernalillo. They're not supposed to let those go, just saying. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th penalty on Bernalillo for 51 yards. So it goes from 2nd and 13 to 2nd and 18. Of course, they let him take the result of the play earlier. Are they going to let him do it again here? I think I would. Nope, it'll be 2nd down and 18 on the false start penalty. Well, that'll put the ball back at the Bernalillo 40. Goes in 2 receivers left, 2 to the right on back-to-back false starts. As waiting on the ball is Castro. Good snap. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to come near side to Molinar, and he's across the 40 to the 42-yard line before he's brought down by Patrick Sanchez. So it'll be a pickup of 2 to Mario Molinar. Well, the 2-yard completion. And so it'll be 3rd down now and 16. Clock moves with 4:45 remaining in the ball game. Bernalillo is not moving with a lot of speed here. They're not waving the white flag just yet, but they're not kicking it into high gear yet either. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lovington shows blitz. Castro with the hard count. Lovington gets back in time. Blitz comes. Castro lets it fly, and over the head of Sean Armijo. Running with him was Alec Olguin. Olguin wanting a penalty, but as far as that one was overthrown, I think he's not going to worry about it. There was a little push-off, looked like, incomplete. And it'll be 3rd, make that 4th down and 16. So I've got to think punt time for Bernalillo, but since your quarterback is also your punter, you might ought to watch for the fake. I think maybe what happens on this play will tell you a little bit about where Bernalillo is. Thinking if they can maybe get back into this one, and yep, they're not going to even show up in punt formation. They are going to run the offense. Lovington shows blitz once again. Throw the wide receiver screen to McChristian, and he's going to toss it over to Molinar, but nowhere to go, and he is going to be brought down back at the 30-yard line. It is a 12-yard loss on a reverse. Wow, not sure about that one, but Lovington stayed with it and read it good. So a 12-yard loss on the reverse. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 30-yard line. And they're going to say the 33. That's okay. So Lovington, another touchdown caps it really. With 4 minutes basically to go in this one. A couple of first downs will ice this one. And then go to the house and improve to 5-3 on the year, but more importantly 1-0 in district. But this Bernalillo team is going to give everybody in the district absolute fits, and they are going to be dangerous come playoff time. Mark my words as flags fly. I think we got too many men on the field. And, yep, too many men on the field as they were trying to get Kyler Reeves off, but could not. And another penalty on the Cats. 13th penalty for 105 yards. That's something they're going to have to clean up before next week in Academy.
That's true. They're just going to have to take their best game into that game.
Because Academy 5-2. Of course, they're playing Portales tonight. Might be interesting to see where that game is.
Yep.
I think that game is up in Portales, but what I meant is what the score of it is.
Right, exactly. How it turns out.
Fake the handoff and toss it underneath, and Zadrick Betancourt, it is off of his hands on the quick toss, so incomplete. And it'll be 2nd down and 10, but that stops the clock, and we have a new quarterback checking into the game, looks like, as Matthew Prudencio will be the new quarterback.
So with 4 minutes, 2 seconds left to play in this game, Lovington up 37-20. Going to get some younger players, including Prudencio, some time, maybe some significant minutes here.
So Prudencio from the shotgun. Olguin is the running back on his right shoulder. Hand it to Alec. Goes left side, and he's going to be back up near the 35-yard line. So we'll pick up a 3 for Alec, and it'll be 2nd down, or rather 3rd and 12. 94 yards for Alec. I'd like to see him get 6 yards rushing somewhere in the next 3:40.
Right.
Get to the century mark tonight.
Whew. This was Bernalillo put the scare into Lovington with this one.
Yes, they did. Twins left, twins right. Prudencio back to pass. Wants it all, goes down and overthrows Betancourt.
Good coverage
and I think
downfield.
there was good coverage down the field there by Willie. So it'll be incomplete.
Armijo as well.
And that'll be 4th down and 13 for the Wildcats. They're going to go for it. And I'll do some quick counting here on the final stats for Wyatt Gomez as he basically let it fly all night long. There's 35. 41, make that 45 attempts tonight for Wyatt Gomez as he slung the ball all over the field, but mostly to DeMarcus Thompson. Prudencio hands it off and getting away from 1, getting away from 2, and getting up to the 30-yard line. I wanted 6 for Alec Olguin, and guess how many I got? I got 6.
All right.
Olguin at the 100-yard mark. It'll go over on downs to Bernalillo, but Alec Olguin has his 100 rushing yards tonight. And it'll go over on downs to Bernalillo with 3:15 to go in the ball game. So some things, though, for Lovington to work on. This one was not easy. And saved really by some magnificent ball handling skills by DeMarcus Thompson as he caught everything that was thrown his way and turned it into something. Low snap, it is handled. Castro back to pass, throws it across the middle, and that one almost picked off. And a flag on the play as McChristian goes down. Surely they're not going to call PI. They're going to call pass interference. Yep, pass interference on the Lovington Wildcats. Their 2nd PI of the night. 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down. Just the 3rd 1st down of the night for Bernalillo. 120 penalty yards. Ooh, we got to clean that up. I know I keep saying it, I'll stop.
Seeing some younger players coming in on the line for Lovington as well in these final minutes.
So up to the 45-yard line, they will pitch it to Molinar right side, and he's going to be tripped up. Nice job by Kyler Reeves to trip him up before he can get any more out of it. He's going to pick up 4 on the play. Molinar 12 carries, 8 yards on the night. And it'll be a 2nd down and 6 to go. Clock continues to move, 2:40 remaining in the ball game. We click towards 10 o'clock on this chilly Friday night. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow for soccer action. Twins left, Twins right, Castro with it. Pump fake to the left, coming back left. He wants Molinar and overthrows Mario Molinar, incomplete. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 to go for Bernalillo, just shy of midfield.
Austin Alvarado in. You have Samuel Dean and Miles on the line. Some of the players getting some game time.
Yeah, and very important to do that because you never know when you might be called on in a much more stressful situation than up by 27. 47-20 is the score. 2:26 to go. Lovington has finally stretched it out, but has not been easy. Take the handoff, then toss it to guess who? That is McChristian, as he is across the 40, and Lovington just going to gang tackle him at the 38-yard line. So that is a pickup of 14 yards to McChristian, and it'll be the 4th first down of the night for Bernalillo.
Was that 10? Was that Bronx Areola?
I believe it was.
Yeah, on the chase on that as well. So that's
92 yards on 2 catches for McChristian tonight. Who does he think he is, DeMarcus Thompson?
Well, DeMarcus has had one heck of a game tonight.
Yes, he has. Low snap. Castro pulls it off of the turf. Has time, rolls right. Now he's going to be pressured. Going to have to tuck it, take it himself on the quarterback keeper. He initiates contact as he steps out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It'll be a 6-yard gain for Castro, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. So 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain. Castro still in negative territory on the night. But it is not from lack of trying, I will tell you that. Well, me and math are never good, but yeah, Castro's still on 17 yards to the bad on yardage tonight. He has been sacked 3 times. Send a man in motion from the right to the left, and instead of handing off the motion man, they will give it off and hand it off underneath on the little trick handoff to Molinar, but Molinar going to bowl forward and get 5, make it 6 yards. As the tackle made by Sawyer Bishop and move the chains. That'll be the 5th first down of the night for Bernalillo. So that'll put it on the Lovington 25-yard line. $1:45 to go in the ball game. I think Bernalillo might use their timeouts if they think they can keep moving it down. They want to put another score on the board, because scores and things do actually matter. They'll pitch it to Molinar going to the right side. Little stutter step, has some room as he is across the 20 down to the 18-yard line. So 7 more yards for Diego Molinar.
Kind of a late flag. Was that a marker?
Yeah, no, that's a late flag in. That could be a lot of things, and it'll be face mask on Lovington. So they'll tack. The question is it the 5 or is it the 15-yard variety? And they're going to walk it up 5, so they'll tack 5 onto the end of it. It is another Bernalillo first down, but another Lovington penalty. That's becoming a bit of the storyline here tonight, too. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Bernalillo knocking on the door. As Castro rolling to the left is hit in the backfield, gets away from 1, but can't get away from 2 as Bronx Areola with the sack back at the 21-yard line, and a late flag comes in.
I think Gabriel Corrales was in on the other side of that too. Maybe was that 67 I thought I saw.
But it'll be a 7-yard sack, but let's see what the call is going to be.
Not looking good.
Yeah, actually that's Castro who's down.
Oh, okay.
And we have not seen the...
There is a flag down.
And flags on the play. We have not gotten a signal yet from the official. on what the penalty is.
Hopefully it's just the wind knocked out of him. He tried to get up and fell
And Bronx
back down.
Areola is down too.
Yeah.
Something tells
See, that's
me,
what I
yeah.
thought. I saw 10 go down. I knew.
Something tells me we might have had a noggin knocker there.
Maybe.
Unintentionally, I'm sure. That'll be post-play, I've got to think. But we will wait and see. With the injury timeout, we'll be back as Wildcat football continues in a moment. Welcome back to Wildcat football. Out of the timeout is Areola up and off under his own power. Castro unfortunately not, and we will have a personal foul on the Lovington Wildcats. So personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the Wildcats. So the sack will still go in the book since that was post-sack. But then there will be half the distance to the goal tacked on to it. Won't be enough for the first down, but it will be a first down and about 2 to go, or make it, they're trying to decide, so make it first down and 4 from the 7. So 1st and 4 from the 7-yard line. Castro is up and being helped to the sideline. You certainly hope that young man is okay. He has played a heck of a ball game tonight for his Bernalillo Spartans. You don't want to see anybody get hurt in any contest. So now it'll be Willie on to take over, the sophomore quarterback who has seen some pretty good time tonight on defense. So Willie will hand it off. Molinar starts it left, takes it left, and goes into the end zone from 7 yards out. Diego Molinar into the end zone for the Bernalillo touchdown with 1:05 remaining in the ball game. Makes it 47 to 26 with the point after to come. Molinar 15 carries, 28 yards. So the Wildcats going to improve to 5-3 on the season, but more importantly 1-0 in district. They're going to drop Bernalillo down to 6-2 and 0-1 in district. Bernalillo next up against Portales. I think Portales better be ready for this squad. They are pretty darn tough. Of course, Lovington better be ready for Academy next week, too. So Willie going to stay on as the quarterback. They will go for 2 with 1:05 remaining in the ball game. Molinar is the deep back. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. That is McChristian. Fake the handoff, and they will go to the back of the end zone and in and out of the hands of Encinas. He got behind the Lovington defense and was all by himself, but not able to hang on to the football, and it'll be incomplete. And with 1:05 remaining in the ball game, Lovington 47, Bernalillo 26. Back in a minute on KZOR. Bernalillo works the ball down the field and caps it off with a Diego Molinar 7-yard touchdown after Uriel Castro goes out injured. Certainly hope that young man is okay. So Bernalillo to kick it away. I think we might see an onside kick here, as it'll be Encinias taking over the kicking duties with 1:05 to go. If you're Lovington, if it's bouncing around, just fall on it. So Encinias to kick it off from the right to the left, and that will be a high end over ender. It'll bounce at the 20, go sideways, picked up by Rivero at the 22, and he is going to be ridden out at about the 27-yard line. And I think maybe some words getting said down there a little bit, but Rivero on the return. So Lovington with 1 minute remaining can just go into victory formation here. We'll see, though. Prudencio stays in as the quarterback. You might get him a couple of plays. So they're going to spot the ball at the 27-yard line. That's where they'll put it with 1:01 to go in the ball game. 3 kneel downs would end this one. And that would be, of course, assuming that the Bernalillo Spartans chose not to use their timeouts as they're trying to get a football in. Ball boy delivers one. Of course, tomorrow, be sure you join us about 3 o'clock right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel for Lovington Wildcats soccer. As the Cats trying to get back in the district race against the Goddard Rockets. Don and I will have the call on that. We're trying some experimental camera work with the Lovington schools on that one tomorrow. So from the snap, Prudencio going to hand it off, but not a lot of room to run. As who got that handoff?
David Cepeda on the carry.
Actually, that's number 44, David Cepeda. So Cepeda, no gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. We're under 30 seconds to go. Lovington will have to run one more play as they pretty much put the 2nd and 3rd string in. There's 5 seconds difference between play clock and game clock. But they're going to let Prudencio run it out. Cepeda will be in at the running back. They're coming to the near side. Prudencio barks out the signals. High snap, handles it, hands it to Cepeda, starts it to the left, comes back right, gets away from 1, gets away from 2, and is going to be brought down after a pickup of 2 yards. And on the stop, McChristian and also Lauren Downing, and that will do it as the Wildcats will be victorious tonight. Final 47-26 was not an easy one against these Bernalillo Spartans. Something tells me they're going to be a handful for somebody. I hope not us in the playoffs. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and come back with your Devon Energy postgame report and your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation. The Cats improved to 1-0 in district and 5-3 overall. We're back in 3 minutes for your postgame report here on Z90 Bob's Lovington. Welcome back to Wildcat Football. This is your Devon Energy postgame report here on Z94 KZOR. Lovington victorious tonight, 47-26 over a very game Bernalillo Spartans team. With Don Morgan fieldside getting ready for your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation. I'm TJ Miracle. Brad Henderson handling the camera work tonight, and Evie Stuber in studio. Quick look at the numbers in this one. Bernalillo goes their quarterback Ariel Castro 8 of 19 for 103 yards and 1 touchdown. That touchdown a 78-yarder to Mason McChristian. On the ground, hard sledding as their leading rusher was also Mason McChristian. He had 2 carries for 88 yards and an 80-yard touchdown. So total yardage 103 through the air, 92 on the ground, 195 total. But 180 of those were McChristian. 9 penalties for 51 yards. They had 6 first downs in the ball game and finish up with 26 points on the board. For your Lovington Wildcats, Wyatt Gomez threw it all over the yard tonight, 27 of 45 for 359 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. DeMarcus Thompson catching 5 of those touchdowns, 236 yards for him tonight. Alec Olguin getting a late rushing touchdown, or no rushing touchdown, but 100 yards. So a Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation is right now. Don Morgan and Coach G.
Hey, congratulations, Coach. 47-26, a 21-point win, which is great. It didn't feel that easy, did it?
No, it didn't. I mean, there was a bunch of penalties tonight, and, you know, at the end of the day, and that's what I told our kids at halftime. I mean, we had 3 scores erased off of the board because of penalties. Now, whether I agree with them or we agree with them as a team, at the end of the day, we can't control that. What we can control is our response to that. And so I felt like that was better in the second half. You know, I questioned some of them. But, again, it put us in an adverse situation. We still rallied through, and we finished the football game. Proud of our defense in the second half. And so I'm just proud of our response, you know. And at the end of the day, we wanted to be 1-0 after tonight in district play, and that's what we got.
Absolutely. And you guys, it wasn't my imagination, was it, that everybody came out after halftime, especially offense, charged up, a lot more physical. They played so much more physically in that second half, didn't they?
Yeah, and they did, you know, and they've shown a front that they hadn't shown all year long, so that kind of rattled their cage to start the game a little bit. What I am proud of is Jaden Vasquez. We made that move to center. That helps us tremendously as far as from a physicality standpoint. We were able to run the ball pretty well in the second half. And then, you know, just shuffling some guys around, I think we're pretty much set in. You know, the bye week was good for us as far as, you know, where we want guys on the offensive line. Damian Munoz stepped up, started today at left guard, did an outstanding job. So I think the biggest deal for our kids, when we came out in the second half, they wanted to show their response. And so I believe they did that, and some things we got to get better at. But at the end of the day, like I said, we're 1-0 and ready to go.
Right, ready to go, maybe clean up some penalties before going to academy, some other little things here and there. But, man, looking good, got to feel good, got to feel confident because Bernalillo, a very good team.
Absolutely. You know, we knew that coming in. I mean, they were 6-1 coming in, so it's hard to win. You know, it's hard to win football games in the great state of New Mexico, and, you know, they had done it, you know, 6 weeks in a row and then, you know, lost a close one to Los Alamos. But, you know, I think our physicality, our conditioning, it just took the game over in the second half. And so, I mean, just seeing our guys respond and, you know, especially, but from a physicality standpoint, we just finished better than they did.
Wow, and what a game for DeMarcus, right? Yeah,
Outstanding.
DeMarcus Thompson, and, of course, Gomez as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. He's a special football player, but at the end of the day, he can only be special. If the offensive line is special, he can only be special with the rest of the defensive linemen, and so he knows that. He understands that. Same thing with Wyatt.
He had good protection tonight.
Absolutely. You know, and they did a great job, and he finished plays, you know, and that's what makes DeMarcus special is he has an intense desire to make sure that he does what he needs to do to make a play successful for his team. It's not about him. He is the most unselfish person that I think I've ever had the chance to coach in 18 years. Wow. It's never about him. I mean, he is the true example of servant leadership, and I'm just glad he's on our team.
That's wonderful. Now, getting ready for Academy, what's the plan for next Friday? You know, afternoon game again, by the way, going to be in daylight.
Yeah, so I'm actually kind of thankful that the Santa Fe game got pushed to a Saturday, and it was at a 2:30 start, so it kind of familiarized our kids a little bit with that time of day. You know, Academy's a tough physical football team. They're a big RPO team on offense, and defensively. They show some different fronts, and so you know, I was proud of our offensive line today and how they protected. I think Academy is going to try to bring some pressure, but we also got in some situations where tonight we were in man-to-man situations with our receivers, and they were able to win. So they've been a man-to-man team throughout the year, and so I'm kind of interested to see how they attack Portales tonight, and if they do that, then they're going to do the same thing to us. And so I feel like, you know, our kids can be successful in that situation.
All right. Well, we'll be up there with you, and looking forward to, you know, 2 more games in the regular season. And, you know, are these guys really hunting that district championship big time?
Big time. I mean, it's important to them, you know, and so and Wyatt says it all the time, you know, after a big win, he's like, it's good. The win is good, but it's on to the next. And so they're a very focused group right now, you know, and they got some goals that they set out for themselves, and this is the second part of the season for us, and so that goal in the second part of the season is to win the district championship, and so we can't do that if we don't take care of business tonight, which we did that, and next week to put ourselves in a chance to compete for the district championship here at home for senior night. And so I know that means a lot to our guys, and so they're going to work to get better and make sure we take care of our business next week.
All right. Congratulations again on the win tonight. Good luck next week. And thank you very much for your time, as always, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
Don Morgan with Coach G, Bob Swiftway, Coach's Conversation. And we'll wrap this one pretty quick tonight. Almost 500 total yards of offense, 359 through the air, 114 on the ground, 100 of those coming from Alec Olguin. 473 total yards tonight for Lovington. You heard Coach G mention, got to clean up those penalties. 15 penalties, 125 yards tonight. But Lovington just came out and got the explosive plays and the big plays that they needed. But Bernalillo, nothing to be ashamed of as they fought that one right down to basically the bitter end. And they'll be in the playoffs, and they're a team that I'm not sure anybody would want to run into with that defense especially. So, yeah, I have a feeling we'll be seeing them again. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one. At one point, it was a one-point game early in the second half, but Lovington pulls away late after a masterful receiving performance tonight from DeMarcus Thompson to get the win, 47-26. For Brad Henderson running our camera tonight, for Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, for Don Morgan Fieldside and Brian Erlacher Field, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long, and thank you for watching and listening. This has been Lovington Wildcat Football, an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports and your Devon Energy postgame show. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next Friday afternoon from Albuquerque.